In studio, Bill Burr. Our phone number is 877-212-5762.
No, it's 212 877-212 K-Rob. K-R-O-B. It's K-Rob. People will remember that.
Couldn't the K be made into another letter?
That sounds like one of those iPod stations.
L-Rob or J-Rob.
J-Rob.
You know what? A radio station should just change their call letters to iPod.
Ooh, that probably is.
It would be number one in the ratings.
877-212 J-Sob.
J-Sob? We got to do better than that, Jimmy. You're working on it, though.
There's a 7 that's a P.
Yeah, Jimmy cries. J-Sob.
J-Sob.
Oh, Jimmy cries. J-Sob.
J-Sob.
Bill Burr. Look at that.
Go.
I like it, huh?
It shows the tough exterior, but there's a heart of gold in here, folks.
It's a little guy in there. Sensitive Jim.
Bill, congratulations on Letterman.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I saw parts of it. My stupid DVR or my cable, I don't know, went into that digital mode where all of a sudden your face is mosaic and slowing down, then speeding up. Then it gives me the setup to one of your jokes, and then it craps out again. So
yeah, a lot of people had it. My brother...
Oh, really? Because everyone was taping it?
My brother had difficulty with his DVR. I don't know. I don't know if it was something with the satellite. That's what you always say. Yeah, they were moving the satellite.
The satellite.
That digital cable, it has bugs from time to time.
Bandwidth problem.
I'll go a whole Saturday or Sunday. I can't watch my cable because it craps out like that.
Why would you need a satellite if it's cable? That was really dumb. How many guys in vans right now are saying I'm an idiot?
I think they do bounce some stuff off of satellites, though.
Do they?
There's an HBO satellite. It's got to get from, point A to point B, and then it's distributed through the cable.
How does it get into the cable, then, if it's under the ground?
No, in a big building with a big dish on the roof. And then it goes into the ground, and then, it's all over the cables.
They use funnel technology.
Funnel technology?
Yeah, to get it into the ground. Yep.
Funnel it in?
Yeah, they funnel it in.
The guy in there pouring some kind of shows into a funnel that then goes into the cables. It's got a liquid show. That's great.
When'd you do it?
Friday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I didn't know you did.
I saw something. I don't know whether you can talk about it or not, but I'm not going to bring up anything like that. But I saw perhaps there's a pilot.
Oh,
that's all I'm going to say.
There was, and
there was. Way to bring it up, Andy.
There wasn't.
It didn't get picked up?
No, it did not.
Bastards.
What are you going to do?
All I saw of it was on a message board. It said Bill Burr in pilot? ? Pilot?
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I was hoping it was some kind of a sexual thing that happened. Bill Burr in pilot.
Punches.
That wasn't very good.
No, I did.
Something that happened on some U.S. Air flight.
I shot a pilot and it didn't get picked up. I knew it wasn't going to get picked up because everyone was just like, I think this thing's going to go.
Really?
It's definitely going to go. And once people start saying that, it's going down the drain.
What was it? Do you want to say it?
It was called Playing Chicken.
Right. Plain Chicken, that was the name.
Yeah, it was about two brothers. One was left wing, one was right wing, and together, you always have to have complete opposites. But it was a good time. It was
two brothers, one black, one white,
and together, therein lies the conflict.
Right.
Ah.
Now one of them was injured in a car wreck.
He was playing chicken on a jet ski.
Oh, on a jet ski.
Yeah, neither one turned away, and then he got paralyzed.
There's the comedy.
So, yeah. So that was the thing. They were kind of going for more of like an edgier thing, and wow, it was a good time. I've never bombed with a group of people before. Like we did after the first run. The first run through we did. Like, we went for big air on the edginess.
Right.
Like, the opening scene was we were getting ice cream, and some homeless guy came up asking for change, and the guy in the wheelchair turned around and flicked his ice cream at him, which we all thought was hilarious.
Of course it is.
Yeah, and I think it was right after the Imus thing, so they were already extra sensitive, so the whole network people were standing there. Oh. I heard a gasp. And then afterwards...
Come on.
And then zero laughs in the scene.
It's not a real homeless person.
Yeah, it's an actor, right?
Yeah. Babies.
Oh, it was great. So then, like, by the third scene of no laughter, I was just looking into the eyes of the other actors, and the look of panic on a couple of them was just hilarious. And I was was already in my head.
You never get to hear this behind the scenes stuff.
This is great.
We were bombing so bad, I was already in my head going, well, I still got stand-up gigs. I got stand-up gigs, Opie and Anthony, treat me great.
As you're filming
As we're doing it, yeah, as the lines are just pouring out of my mouth. But then, it was like a feel-good movie, though, so then we were up against the wall. We literally went home after that run-through, me and this dude, Norbert, and he's like, I'm getting fired. I'm like, nah, I'm getting fired. Dude, I got 0 laughs. I got minus 10 laughs.
Wait, who was supposed to laugh? The studio audience?
No. You do like the run-through, like in front of the.
Yeah, but who were you hoping was going to laugh? Because the
writers, the execs.
Those people never laugh, right? That's what I've heard over the years.
They wrote it. Some of the writers will because they wrote it. They want it to work.
Oh, really? So there's like an awkward laugh because that guy wrote that line?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they were expecting, but evidently we did like the exact opposite. So
everything I've heard about that stuff, the people, the cameraman, the floor directors, all these people never give you a laugh on set.
I haven't done enough of them to know that, but I mean, I just know like if as a comedian, when you go up in front of like an industry crowd, it's brutal.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Because I think they're more sitting there looking at you like, where's the show, rather than just sitting there enjoying it. So anyway, so we bombed horrifically on a Friday, and like we didn't know what was going to happen, and then it was like a feel-good movie. Like someone should have like filmed it, because then we kind of changed the tone a little bit. Yeah, we did the next run through, then it killed. And then it's just the crescendos we did in front of the live audience, and it destroyed. And we were all high-five.
Wow.
Hey, everybody's going, you're going to get picked up, and blah, blah, blah. And then it all came crashing down again because it didn't get picked up.
With one phone call of, how were you told? Where were
I don't
you?
Even remember.
What happened?
I know. I was at Giggles in Seattle. Their beautiful dressing room.
Oh my God!
Oh, you were that print.
These guys can't comprehend. Picture you find out the worst news of your life, picking up your chewing gum in a buddy booth.
Now, saying that, it's one of the things where like they have all the extra beer is stocked there, like that's the room.
Yeah.
And for some reason there was this cardboard cutout of Princess Leia when she was in that whore outfit when she was with Jabba the Hutt. That was behind me, and my manager called up. Yeah, listen, buddy, didn't get picked up. But listen, man, it's still a good thing. You booked a pilot, and on to bigger and better things for 07.
Yeah, all right. Cool. Yeah, it was a good experience.
And then you hang up. Oh, dude, you sitting in that green room, your feet are sticky from beer? You want to kill yourself.
You're looking around like, just a few days ago we thought that the ticket out was there.
Yeah. I had the comedians for the rest. The guy hosting for the rest of the weekend, part of the intro was he just found out his pilot didn't get picked up.
Oof. Oh, really?
Yeah, and half the crowd kind of got it, and the other half thought, like, who's this, wise ass? Maybe.
Yeah. Right. Did you think some of the lines were funny?
Yeah, it was actually, for a sitcom, for a pilot episode, yeah. I thought it was, it had a shot. Dude, it was both. It was like, whenever you go to do a sitcom, there's like half of you going like, hey, this is funny, and then you're also thinking like, God, am I going to be the next Urkel? Like, is this... Yeah, because you have no idea how it's going to play out, how they're going to edit it, which way they're going to go with it.
It's just getting harder and harder to be funny, like on the radio, TV, and movies, because of all the PC crap and all the worries that, the big boys have. It's becoming a nightmare.
Well, that Imus thing happened, like, right before we did the run-through, so they were even saying that... I don't know. I think we were grasping for straws rather than just saying we kind of bumped.
Oh,
That's
boy.
funny, though, flicking ice cream
I think the flicking ice cream at the bum is better than that. Like, if that got picked up, people would like that more than, feel good kind of.
Dude, it was like, that was one of those things if they had just done it in front of a studio audience. That was just, through doing, years of doing stand-up. What's going to, because there was other stuff where I'm like, dude, this isn't going to be funy. This is just going to be gross.
Yeah.
And, no,
it's good. It's good.
Not to make myself out to be this all-knowing thing, but you definitely know how to gross out a crowd after doing, like, stand-up for a minute. But there were some things that I thought was funny, like, yeah, let me throw this line in, I'm the comedian, I know it's funny, and then it would totally bomb, and then I'd have to walk back behind that fake wall with my head down, like, yeah, maybe what you wrote was better.
Hey, let's go to Scott in Cleveland. Scott, what's up?
Morning, Ole. How you guys doing?
Good. We got Bill Burr in studio.
Little Jimmy.
Hi.
Hey.
Sorry, Billy.
Billy, when are you coming back to
Cleveland?
Cleveland, December.
December. Excellent. Yeah. I'm going to be there.
Okay. I'll see you then.
Good. You guys have just made plans.
Yeah, you could have done this like off air. Scott. You could have called him personally.
Yeah, that was really a verbalized MySpace email.
Call me crazy, but when you call a radio show, you're trying to say something that brings a lot of people in.
Yeah.
You don't want to have like a conversation with one guy.
Something that opens up discussion. You're never supposed to ask a yes or no answer. I learned that in college, in broadcasting school.
Yeah. Yes.
Or what if I do a rock scream and everyone laughs at me?
What, sir?
What, Scott?
What if I do a rock scream and then everyone can laugh at me?
All right, do a rock scream.
All right, Rock Scream Tuesday.
It is Rock Scream Tuesday.
All right.
Bill is so confused.
No, that's not a good rock scream, dude. That sucked.
It's all right. All right, Scott, thank you.
All right, later.
Sorry about the Cavaliers.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah, my sports curse lives on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Hope pretty much said it was a given.
I was just excited that
They had it in the bag.
that the team turned around with King James.
King James.
And they got spanked by the Spurs. What can I tell you?
You know what? They got choked out. It was like a python. Just took them down to the ground. Just slowly kept squeezing the air out of them. Those exciting 68-64 games.
That's what I hate about sports, though. You follow, the sport all season, and then it's time for the finals, like in this case, the NBA finals, and it's over in like 2.5 days, and it's a sweep.
The sweep
Nothing exciting about it.
The sweep is the funniest thing ever for the town that loses, because right as you're excited, you get like mid-sentence, hey, I think we can really... They just smack you across the face.
It's over.
Yeah, you're making plans for like game 3, and it's like they're already down 2-0, and it's not going to get any better. But it just sucks because they're fighting it out all year for like 9 straight months, and then the finals is a 4-0 sweep that no one cared about, really. The ratings were way down.
San Antonio, they're just technicians.
Yeah.
They got turnaround. They use the glass. Everybody's going to use they like beat you in like this YMCA.
What do you mean they use the glass?
I'm just saying, like Tim Duncan, he's got that jump shot that he shoots off the glass. It's like that AVA ball, and it's just like fundamental.
Yeah.
They had everybody but a guy doing like the two-handed set shot, and somebody like with the diaper shot from the foul line.
Like the basketball team from the movie Flubber.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of white guys just doing layups.
You just made a Flubber reference.
Flubber.
What the hell, man? Speaking of Cleveland, Fox 8 anchor in Cleveland uses the term skin flute.
What?
It is now 7:50, 71 degrees outside.
Still here this morning. Can you play the guitar like this without the guitar? I'm talking air guitar, folks. A contest for air guitarist. That's going to be coming up, and I'm telling you.
That was interesting.
I like that.
Just stop.
Promo.
I can't wait to see who's responsible for that screw
Did that
up.
guy from Cleveland edit that?
What happened, Opie?
What the? What happened? It didn't just stop. That's all the disc has.
Oh, is it Danny?
That's all the disc has.
Is it Danny's fault?
Oh, they're all pointing at you.
You know what?
Danny.
You need theme music for this moment, like some sort of blame game.
Yeah.
What happened? All right, here. Back to the lab. He was about to say, can you play the skin flute?
Was he?
Or something.
Oh. Well, that's his music.
There he goes.
He does have theme music, but
Eric's finger was shaking as he pushed that because he wanted to make sure it was the right move. It was, Eric.
Don't worry, Eric.
He was a nervous little Erotic. His finger was like, am I going to get yelled at for taking initiative? You would not be good in war, son.
He'd be crying in his foxhole.
Yeah, we're going to retreat, but we got to call the Sarge.
All right, this would be a good point to regroup. We got Bill Burr in studio. What are you promoting there, Bill?
Zany's in Nashville this weekend, and the Comic Connection in Boston the following weekend.
Oh, cool, man. You couldn't draw less than I did at Zany's.
Oh, in Nashville, really?
Oh, I did awful there.
Really?
There's funny little crowd.
Well, they like their country music down there.
I thought you did
That's all
right.
they know.
The first time. The second time was a bust.
Really?
All right, Jim. What'd you do the first time?
Had a good time, I thought.
Uh-oh. Sam's not going to be happy.
What happened?
Newsflash. Is this from the Wall Street Journal? Yes. From the Wall Street Journal, a reputable paper, right?
yes.
And
Are they finally reporting about Vince McMahon?
And it does say AP, newsflash, pro wrestling is fake.
What? All right, we have to get into this because I read a bunch of things this morning and heard Vince McMahon's lovely daughter talking about the demise of Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll do that
Now
next.
what?
And also we got the Maury phobias, which is always good.
Maury phobias.
Today we got a girl that's afraid of birds, a girl that's afraid of cotton balls, a girl that's afraid of frogs, and a girl that's afraid of lizards. All on the way with Opie and Anthony. In studio today we got Bill Burr. He's playing...
You might as well hype Boston.
All right,
because
go with
it's not
Boston.
gonna be, Boston, the Comedy Connection, last weekend in June. I'm doing all of them. The one in Providence.
That's Bill's new thing.
The one in Saugus. And then the one in Boston.
That's Bill's new thing. He used to go up there and just do his one club. Now he's got you all over Massachusetts, all over New England, basically.
Yeah, he hustles. The Saugus one's great. It's best Chinese food you'll ever have.
I always found that weird.
Hilarious.
Yeah. These guys got to perform in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, the Kowloon. It's a famous one, though.
I understand.
It's famous. It's a famous Chinese restaurant.
I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you hit the road and play some of these
I know.
hellholes.
I love doing
Not saying that's a hellhole. I've never been there, but it just doesn't sound like a place that would be conducive to
comedy.
To good comedy when everyone's getting their Chinese buffet.
I love doing the Kowloon because I started out up there, so it's like going back to high school. So it's sort of that weird, like, reminiscing and then just also realizing how old you are. Looking for a familiar face and there's none there.
None. They've all moved on.
Oh, yeah, like...
Hey, what's the worst club you guys have performed at? Obviously, you're not going to go with one you still go
Stress
to.
Factory.
There's got to be a club, though, that is long gone that was just a hellhole.
It was called the Boxcar. It was a totally nude strip club. It's
The Boxcar, and it was a totally nude strip club.
Totally
That's
nude
great.
strip club, and you could bring your own alcohol. It was just made for a fine comedy
It was a
experience.
friend's house.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You would go up
Saturday.
from 7 at night till 11 at night. You were there. Every hour on the hour, you'd go up and do a 10-minute set. So you do 4 10-minute sets in front of a lot of times the same audience. And
In between the dancers?
yeah, because the bouncers got sick of them, so they like the comedians to break up the monotony.
Boy.
So the dancers would dance for 50 minutes. You'd go up and do 10. So that guy's there for 3 hours. He's seeing you 3 times. I stole everybody's material. I did Vossa stuff, Otto stuff, Levy stuff, Florentine, anybody. This is, many, many years
Just
ago.
fill time.
I would get lap dances in between the... it was
course you would.
an awful, awful gig. That's the worst I've ever done. The Boxcar.
The Boxcar.
Phillipsburg, New Jersey.
A strip club. Huh. All right.
Bill?
Good Lord. Ah, God, there's so many. I may have to go with Teddy's House of Comedy.
Teddy's House of Comedy.
Was that a Rob Zombie film?
Teddy's House of Comedy.
No, I went down there and did it, and the guy running it was under a lot of stress. And we almost, it was one of those deals where I was scheduled to be there Thursday through Sunday, but for some reason my room was only good through Saturday night. And there was all this stuff that, if you didn't bring the fire, you got fired. Especially if you were a white comic. If you went down there, a lot of white comedians didn't last past, Thursday night.
Was it Black Club?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he would just fire you. And I forget what ended up happening was Sunday, they're threatening to kick me out of the hotel. So I keep calling this guy up going, dude, they're going to kick me out. I'm not trying to get kicked out. And it was one of those deals. I called the guy 9 times because they kept calling me downstairs and I'm freaking out. And then what he did was he walked over and paid it and didn't tell me. So then when I finally call up, I'm like, yeah, dude, they're telling me. And then he just picked up the phone. He's like, yo, I paid the bill. What the F you want to do? You came down here on some stuff. Next thing you know, oh, my God, we're screaming at each other. This guy would have killed me. And he's like, I'm over at the club, so what you want to do? It was like, man. It was just like a comedy gig. It was ridiculous. And it's just like...
What did you do?
What did I do?
Did you go to the show?
Yeah, I told him I was, I did the whole, what room I'm in, and just, praying to God he didn't show up. I'm gonna get
know where I am.
Look, yeah.
Oh, you're hiding.
Right.
Do not disturb on the door. That'll keep them away.
Hiding in the closet.
No, it's like, I'm going to get my ass kicked. I'm not going to travel to do it. It's like, all right, if you're going to do it, come over here and do it, right? So I ended up going down there that night, and I don't know, he didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything. I just was like, dude, are we cool? He's like, yeah, we're cool, whatever.
Yeah,
and
man, we're cool.
No, he was a good guy, and he was a funny guy. It was
You be gone.
He was just under a lot of stress, but that's the closest I ever came to like getting into it. It was ridiculous.
How'd the gigs go? Did you do on stage?
That was great. He was doing like 55 minutes in between comedians.
Really?
You know what's worse is when somebody is doing that much time and they're not even doing material at one point and they're just sitting there looking down at the ground like, yeah, so what else is going on? It's just like, dude, why wouldn't you bring me up? What are you
headlining?
Sort of. It was weird. Like I would go on in the end and I would end up doing like 30 minutes. But I don't know. I think he was like trying to blow me off stage. I don't know what was going on.
That sounds like a nightmare, the entire situation.
Yeah,
absolutely. The whole thing.
How with your stomach in a knot because of the yelling match you get in with the owner, do you then go down there and, hey, guys? Hey.
Oh, no, I was fully expecting not to get paid. But, no, it was one of those deals where I got so mad I went beyond the fear of getting the crap. Because this guy would have killed me.
Yeah.
He would have killed me just out of the fact he was in much better shape. But I also heard later when I got back to New York from Keith Robinson, he's like, oh, yeah, Teddy can fight. Teddy knows how to fight. And I was like,
I
thank
don't want to hear.
Thank God you didn't
Thank
scrap.
God I didn't go to, oh, yeah.
All right, let's go to Stacy in Seattle. Stacy, what's up?
Hey guys, I just wanted to say hello. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw Jimmy when he was in Seattle.
Oh.
At the beginning of May, and that was an awesome show.
Thank you, sweetheart. You have a comforting voice.
And that's the reason you're calling?
Yep, that's it. I just wanted to say you guys are awesome, and I love seeing little Jimmy.
Why do you think we're awesome, by the way?
I just love...
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment, but it loses something.
I just love...
Click. I think you... Click.
You sound like Julia Roberts.
Yeah, Danny...
No.
Oh, what? What happened?
She didn't sound like Julia Roberts.
No.
Jimmy, what happened? What happened?
He seems upset.
She sounded like Julia Childs.
Oh, you.
I didn't get the name right. Neither was funny.
It's all right.
No.
No.
Danny fixed the audio from Cleveland with the skin flute guy.
I hope
Sound
so.
like Raoul Julia.
That was a weird death, wasn't it? Like as far as you just never saw that one coming?
You mean that joke?
Oh, Raoul Julia. Yeah, you're bombing.
Raoul Julia. It's like,
Yeah, he did the Addams Family movies and
he weighed like $1.60.
a couple other things, and then he just like died of a heart attack.
Yeah, and skinny guys dying of heart attacks is like, that's frightening.
That's scary.
Yeah. Let me go to Sam in PA. A little update on the boxcar. Sam, go ahead.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Love your show.
Yeah.
The Boxcar, Jimmy's Awful Club, is now an oyster bar over there in good old Peaburg, New Jersey.
Oh.
And it's right next to it, Jimmy's Hot Dogs.
Well, back in the day, it used to be a clam bar.
There was some sexy... I got some cool laughs.
Maybe it's still a strip club, and the strippers just got a bit older, and they just changed the name to the oyster
Oh, now
bar.
I get it. It's a strip club, the Boxcar.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
right over the bridge from Easton, Pennsylvania, where the Easton Assassin was from. Larry Holmes trained right around there. The pagans used to go in there. It was all these tough bikers, man. Yeah, it was a lot of problems in there.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
All right. Here we go. Cleveland, skin flute. I think we finally fixed it.
Hope so.
This better be worth
For
it.
Danny.
Still ahead this morning. Can you play the guitar like this without the guitar? I'm talking air guitar, folks. A contest for air guitarist. That's going to be coming up. And I'm telling you, folks, this is one you have to see to believe.
I think Kenny Crumpton, he can play the air guitar, can't
I've seen him play the skin flute, but I don't know about the air guitar.
Man, I don't even have any words for you right now. All right. We are slot car racing. Maybe lose my car. When we come back, we're going to show you guys some fun stuff. Kicking it with Kenny. Stay with us.
How did he get away with that? Did he have to apologize?
There's enough people like me who've never heard that one.
The skin flute?
What could it be?
Yeah, come on. Bill, you know what that is.
Hey, I just figured out the boxcar. I'm not good with the sexual, the double entendre. Is that what that is?
Yeah, supposedly.
Skin flute.
Oh, thank God that was right. I really was a panic. Onomatopoeia? What do you go with here? I was in a panic.
Yeah, big story.
You better get Sam in here because we finally got him.
I don't know how Sam is going to explain this.
The Wall Street Journal's reporting, newsflash, pro wrestling is fake.
No, I'm willing to believe both sides here. See, I'm listening to both sides, and I'll make up my own mind. And Sam has done a great job in convincing me that there has been a tragedy in the WWE, that the chairman, Mr. McMahon, is indeed dead. A horrible, fiery limousine explosion claimed his life last week. Supposedly. They haven't found the body, but I've seen the charred limo. I saw the explosion. I saw him get into the limo.
You saw that big sport coat laying in the road?
No, they have
not found
63.
anything.
Size 63.
That giant jacket.
Mm.
I liked him in the 70s when he was all roided up. He had that big neck.
Size 63 shoulders.
Giant.
Yeah.
And a 27-inch waist.
Yeah.
Hanging with Lyle Alzado.
Dude, the video clip, they blew up his limo after he got in it. But all of a sudden, like, his foot was in the limo, and then it came back out and it was dangling like a fake foot. And then went back in, and then the limo exploded.
Hope he's with the fake foot theory.
The Super Dave Osborne.
Yeah.
Foot Super Dave.
And then we've been doing our own investigation. We found out there was a pyrotechnics crew from L.A. that was flown into Wilkes-Barre to blow up the limo a day before he got in it. You know, we're way on top of this, and Sam over here just wants to believe.
Sam would like to believe that Vince is alive, because he's taking this very hard.
I wish I could.
He wishes he could. Well, I guess...
Do you want the Stephanie McMahon audio first?
Yeah, we start out... now, this is from last night?
Yeah, last night's Raw was another... Everybody's still getting over the tragedy.
So you still watch wrestling?
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you this. Are you aware of the UFC, which is basically the real deal? Guys talk smack and then they actually beat the crap out of each other for real?
Yeah, but it doesn't have the pizzazz.
Are you a fan of musicals?
No, Pizzazz is the new tag team. They're called the Pizzazz. You obviously are a big WWE fan, and
the biggest.
Yeah, and Vince McMahon, the tragic loss has really shaken him up.
What's happening with Chief Jay Strongbow's storyline?
He hasn't been around for a little while.
I heard he got beat by Larry Zbyszko.
Wow, Larry Zbyszko reference. A couple other things for Bill. They also flew the flag at half-mast up there in Stanford.
Well,
but not the American flag.
No. The WWE flag was being flown at half-mast because they knew what kind of crap they'd catch if they flew the American flag at half-mast.
Still wants to believe.
When they still don't have a body, is what I mean.
Presumed dead.
Presumed dead.
And instead of having the FBI investigate this limo explosion in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, they got the what?
Well, they had federal investigators from the Federal Investigation Council or Center. Federal Investigation Center.
Now, right when this happened,
the rec room of the federal agency.
No, they're apparently a lot higher than the FBI. But when this first started, I guess WWE was putting out statements that the FBI was looking into this, and then all of a sudden it turned into the FIC, which is the Federal Investigation Center.
Everyone is pretty much pissed off about this storyline.
Because the FBI put out a statement saying, look, we don't know anything about a car bomb. Yeah, we would have been involved in this.
Right. We're worried about terrorists entering America.
Yeah.
Leave us out of your stupid storyline.
The ATF would have been involved. Like a bunch of people. The Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania Police Department, which was where the venue was when this happened, has in a statement said the explosion at the Wachovia Arena was a staged event overseen by firefighters and that Mr. McMahon was not injured.
Well, that's silly. Because obviously he was injured.
Well, he's presumed dead. Now Sam has brought up a good point that the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department has so botched this case that they are now just denying it ever happened because they botched the investigation.
They left evidence in the sun.
Yeah, they've just ruined the investigation. Now the FIC has to step in, and that is why they're now saying that this happened another day and was supervised. But that's all crap, right?
That's ridiculous. I mean, they got the case taken away from them almost immediately.
By the FIC.
Yeah.
Not the FBI.
No, not the FBI. FBI is busy with smaller things. This is the FIC. Now, Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
Last night, what show was it last night?
It was on Raw.
Last night. And she had an emotional statement. Finally, though, to hear from the McMahon family, I think that was very good.
And we have to keep in mind that last Sunday was the first Father's Day that Shane and Stephanie did not have their father.
Did not have their father.
In the ring with them at the same time.
No,
I mean,
I'm sure they had a fine meal behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, he's presumed dead, Opie. And the guy, just think of the McMahon mansion. I'm sure that huge palatial mansion. no matter how big and how richly decorated the place is, how alone those kids must have been.
That probably was the loneliest place in America.
Exactly. And with the but thank God, I want to right now say thank you to CNN, Fox News, all the big news agencies for letting the family grieve and not even reporting on it at all. The fact that a chairman of a company was blown up in a limousine, and it didn't, they haven't even touched the story.
Employees.
By one of his employees that is still on the loose. And they've given this family the privacy that they never give people.
Well, they asked for the privacy.
And
the media said, all right, we'll give you your privacy. For the first time
ever
in the media's history, they decided to give the privacy.
Sam, do you have an explanation as to maybe why these news agencies would give the family this privacy?
Well, they saw the way the Wilkes-Barre Police Department flubbed to the point that they're denying it ever happened.
Yeah.
So they're saying, we're not going to mess this up more. We want to see somebody come to justice. It's an open investigation.
All right.
And obviously, we saw on television last night that the investigators are questioning people.
All right, let's go.
Now, that got me, too. Before we get right to the tape here, the investigator from the FIC was at SmackDown?
No, at Raw.
At Raw, I'm sorry. He was at Raw conducting the investigation?
Yeah.
Now, why wasn't he at FIC headquarters, like in an interrogation room, maybe questioning suspects like Mick Foley?
Yeah, with some phone books and some rough
Instead
lighting.
of having ringside seats.
I see Bobby Lashley as a big suspect. I'm putting my money that Crime Time had something to do about this. Crime Time, by the way, my newest favoriteest tag team ever. These two, they're two black guys who apparently own items that were stolen from Mr. McMahon. And apparently, what do they do sometimes?
Well, they tried to sell the McMahon items as a memorial on television last night.
They're selling Vince's stuff on TV. But what have they done in the past?
Well, in the past, one of them will distract Jerry the King Lawler while he's doing color commentary, while the other takes his laptop off the table.
They steal
and runs
things
to the bank.
It's hysterical.
Takes his what?
Yeah, the UFC doesn't do that, Bill Burr.
His computer.
Oh, his laptop.
I love wrestling. I'm just trying to trash it.
All right, so
it's so funny. Of course, Paul London's a suspect, and John Cena is a suspect.
It's pronounced Cena.
Cena, excuse me. I don't know.
We've had him on the show, and he's a great guy.
He wasn't a wrestler when he was on the show. He was in a movie.
All right. You want the Stephanie McMahon audio from last night?
Please.
All right, here's what she had to say.
On behalf of the McMahon family, I would like to thank all of you for your letters, your phone calls, and your...
When are they going to get her an acting lesson? She's been on TV for a decade.
Well, this is her mentor right here.
My God. Right, her father.
The picture from the Wall Street Journal.
Her father with the over-the-top acting. You're fine.
I love when something happens.
That's a good McMahon.
Yeah,
my favorite.
We've been doing it for years. It's easy, Bill.
Is when something happens that Vince didn't expect to happen, and his eyes open, and his mouth, and he goes, oh. What the? Yeah! And he's all like flustered. He doesn't know what to do.
He makes Ted Knight look understated.
Hi, guy. So we shouldn't be laughing at a time like this. Stephanie's very choked up. You could hear it in her voice.
Yeah, back to Stephanie and her bad acting.
I would like to thank all of you for your letters, your phone calls, and your emails.
Yeah.
While your sympathy was sometimes surprising, you have no idea how much it meant to me and my family.
Mm-hmm.
My father wanted to leave this world the same way he lived it.
In an exploding car.
Possible, which is why the McMahon family is inviting all of you to join us next week in a special 3-hour celebration.
She's plugging a show for next week.
What's a celebration? We're all getting involved.
That's great, Sam.
She's plugging the show.
That's just wonderful.
Oh, is that great? Wow, Crime Time, they look badass,
they
man.
Don't even spell crime the right way.
It's T-Y-M-E. T-Y-M-E, Crime Time.
Yeah.
These guys, are they good in the ring?
They're pretty good.
Are they pretty good?
Yeah.
Is one named Crime and the other Time?
No.
No, they're just both Crime Time.
Right.
Do they talk all badass and...
Yeah, they have a little Ebonics twinge.
Are they like Ebonics and very urban?
Yes, quite urban.
Do they come out to hip hop music?
They do, as a matter of fact.
They do.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta check this out now.
Yep.
Right. Prime time.
Next week, superstars from Raw, SmackDown, and ECW
She's
will join
plugging
us
in her sorrow.
celebration of my father, Mr. McMahon.
We're going to miss him. Please go to www.makeusmoremoney.com.
You could have done a better job with that.
The greatest thing of ever is going to be if he really is dead. If it honestly was a murder, and they no one will believe it.
No one's taking it seriously. They're pleading to the police.
His kids killed him for the money, and no one will believe it.
How brilliant would that be as kids to go, look, we could kill our father.
They should just
get the money and make it a storyline, and no one will believe it.
As long as you make it you film it, and you have a bunch of people with bad acting around it, they'll never believe it.
Tell all the people that it's a work, all that wrestlers and everything, but only Stephanie and Shane O'Mac know that they actually murdered their father.
How about he's still alive now and he's like, we got him fooled, and he's out back having breakfast,
or that,
and he comes by and
just blows his head off, and her and Shane bury him at the compound,
right?
And then they just are like, "Where's Vince?" Yeah, he blew up in that car.
We told you he blew up.
For years, they just keep telling the FIC or whatever.
The FIC.
We're still going with that storyline.
Investigators.
The ratings are off the hook. We got to stay with this.
We got to stay with the storyline.
All right.
Oh, Vince is really dead.
or if he chokes on an eggshell and dies
some accidental
some
death.
Awful way. Yeah, he slips on a mop and glow.
No one believes it.
Or it's an accidental death at this point, and then they really arrest those kids and throw them in jail over some storyline.
Now, some of you might feel that Mr. McMahon doesn't deserve a celebration. Mr. McMahon was not loved. He was not sympathetic, and he was not kind. But the man you know
Still doing that?
Mr. McMahon is the only man I have ever known as my dad.
Oh.
And my dad is the most important person in this world.
I mean was. Past tense, because he's dead. That crowd was lame. Where's one drunk dude standing up and goes, show your dick, show your burp. Nothing, man.
No. They were giving
creativity in that audience last night.
It's a time of grieving right now.
Yeah, I understand.
Time of grieving.
All right, one more quick clip, and then we'll give you the update. I'm sorry, Sam. It's over for you.
Well.
And this Sunday's pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view plug-in.
Might be named Vengeance, but vengeance will be true.
What?
How about she writes it down? I mean, I know these wrestlers like to kind of go with
one row beneath her link on WWE.com.
Yeah.
The link to watch this speech.
Yeah.
That Stephanie has given, her emotional speech about her dead dad.
Yeah.
Is the Diva Hot Box, where it shows all the sexy divas of the WWE.
Yeah, Sam.
They haven't wiped the site off and just put a picture of Vince up there.
Why not an RIP with just Vince's picture?
Couple of weeks of just the memorial.
Yeah, it would be all black with whatever year to whatever year.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
why not that for a week or two?
I see it down there. It says, in memory of Mr. McMahon, 1945 to 2007.
Where's that buried?
Peace. It's well below Diva Hot Box.
If you look at what that
and Rise of the Hardys. It's more important.
Cell phone
and
wallpaper.
WWE Shop, the official website store.
Right. The memorial picture is cell phone wallpaper that you can purchase for yourself.
Exactly. And 24/7 online summer skin. You can download some of your favorite girls from the Daily Diva.
They buried the Vince's dead lake.
How do you think he's coming back? Do you think they're going to do the hacky, tattered clothes with fake dirt on his face?
Like a cartoon?
Yeah, or are they going to go with the full body cast? With the leg up and the arm, triangle above you?
I foresee a somehow masked wrestler who will be Vince.
What?
He'll come
and
back
gonna
for
tell it's
vengeance.
him? You're going to see the baloney boobs and go, whoa.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be him.
That 62-year-old man boob.
Right,
It doesn't necessarily have to be him. At one point, like a glove will come off, and you'll see a burnt hand, and the guy will scramble to put the glove back on and run off, and they'll be like, oh my God, that might be Vince.
That'll be the first clue.
But it won't be him,
He might be
though.
alive.
It won't be him. It'll be a real wrestler guy. And then at the end, it'll be Vince maybe with some makeup on or something.
No, Vince will come from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks mask guy is Vince. That'll be somebody else. Vince will come from somewhere else.
I would actually
care
from the back of the arena with his eyes as wide as possible.
Yeah, you thought I was dead. Well, I'm not.
How funny would it be if there was just no reaction from the crowd if he said that, and then two people were like,
Wow. Sam, I hate that we actually brought up the fact that he might be alive, kind of a thing. I know how that upsets me.
We got the last bit of the Stephanie clip here.
All right.
The moment that my family finds out who did this to my dad.
Dad.
Aw. She dropped the mic and walked out.
Oh, yeah.
She just was overcome with grief.
Right. Just in case one of the wrestlers dies, she doesn't want to be accused of murdering them, thinking that wrestler and these wrestlers drop off, you know. I mean.
And her motivation to get the real tears going was how bad she sucks at acting.
I've just looked so bad acting.
All right.
Good.
I can't get out of this.
This just came in now. This is a news flash.
I imagine that Vince is going to be on TV by the end of the week because now he's messing with the stock. And that's not good.
In staged limo explosion, publicly traded WWE gets away with murder. And it says at most companies, the execution-style murder of the chairman would be a cause for alarm. At World Wrestling Entertainment, it's just another day in the ring. In a news release put out on Business Wire and fed into the company research pages on websites including Yahoo, TheStreet.com, and WallStreetJournal.com, wrestling promoter WWE reported that at the end of Monday Night Raw on USA Network, Chairman Vince McMahon's limousine suddenly exploded after Vince McMahon got into the vehicle. The release adds, quote, although full details have not been disclosed, initial reports indicate that Mr. McMahon is presumed dead. An official investigation into Monday night's event is currently underway. Throughout the night, people from Mr. McMahon's past, from Donald Trump to Snoop Dogg to Bob Costas, Stone Cold Steve Austin, had less than flattering things to say about the WWE chairman, but would go only as far as to, but would any go so far as to actually blow him up? Would they?
That's the question I'm asking.
Exactly. Police in Wilkes-Barre Township, Pennsylvania, in a statement said the explosion at the Wachovia Arena was staged, overseen by firefighters, and that Mr. McMahon wasn't injured. A quote, contrary to what is being reported on internet websites and other media sources, unquote, is what they're saying, that this is a staged event. The WWE had no public comment beyond what was in the release. So what they're saying is, and they have a picture of Vince with his eyes open real wide, his mouth open, and it says, Vince McMahon, if it were any other firm, the SEC would howl, the Security and Exchange Commission. If you said, like, out of nowhere, that the chairman of a big company was blown up and murdered in a limo, it would affect the stock price.
And the SEC would get involved.
And they would absolutely get involved if you were staging this and saying he's dead.
And that's the thing. They're not...
I bet you they're doing a rewrite in Stanford behind closed doors. Like,
oh, wait a minute. We're in trouble with Wall Street.
This could affect my money.
I'm alive.
Or there'll be a videotape or something. He's kidnapped or something. They'll be so they can keep the storyline going. He'll be in like in a dungeon somewhere.
You gotta help me.
Like ransom.
Buy. I mean sell. Buy. Sell.
Or they'll email his finger like that awful bad guy from Escape from New York. He was like, trying to be creepy, but he was dressed like he was like a Pat Benatar video. Remember the guy that bought the president's brain? He was supposed to be like really frightening. Just a douche with frosted hair. Brain.
What an ass.
Hey, let's go to Long Island. Rob, real fast.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, how strange and funny do you think it would be if, like, Vince McMahon right now is in Aruba and he dies in a parasailing accident? I don't think they would explain that.
And he gets eaten by sharks.
Well, he just goes missing.
Yeah. That's great.
Just goes missing. Sam, finally, any explanation on this this article here?
Well, all their news is coming from that same goofy police department.
Oh, the goofy police department.
Yeah.
That is the Wilkes-Barre.
The Keystone Cops.
Exactly.
Not that far away. Why don't we have the goofy police department come in here and you can tell them to their face?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have a lot of things to get done on a daily basis.
You're a busy man. And you have complete faith in the Daniel Beck?
No, yeah.
Who is the lead investigator with the FIC, who has been questioning people at the event instead of... And did the cameras kind of show him questioning people?
Yes, so we all knew that he's questioning people.
You don't think it's weird that Bob Costas would actually trash Vince McMahon after he got blown up?
No,
a guy is middle of the road is Bob Costas.
It was right before. That's why it's suspicious.
So it's suspicious.
All these people were saying these mean, nasty things.
Everyone's a suspect.
Yeah.
You know... the way you're kind of selling this story like this, I'm almost thinking you're a little too suspicious in the way you're going
He's
about this.
He's a little too broken up about it.
Yeah, he's too broken up. He's too willing to go along with the investigator and stuff. You're like the guy that was with Columbo all the time.
No.
Lieutenant, it's an easy solution. I can't understand how he got into the limousine and it blew up. What? Mr. Columbo, it's easy. The lieutenant, there was obviously a leak in the gas line. Why didn't I see that? Of course. It's like they always kind of, you seem like that guy.
No, it's just, Vince McMahon meant a lot to me. You know.
I'll get him a tissue. God damn, he's tearing up.
And I just want there to be somebody, because other media outlets are completely disrespecting the whole event. Just because of other things that maybe the WWE has done in the past.
Okay.
That maybe haven't been real, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. It's either real or not.
Right.
Quote unquote.
And there should be a voice, if we're going to talk about it, you know what I mean? Somebody there to say, I'm mourning with you.
I think Sam
he's just being a genuine
Sam,
guy.
what was your brain food last night?
Oh, right.
It's the diet of an 8-year-old.
He eats like an 8-year-old boy.
What did you eat last night?
Well, I had a little combo platter, some mini fish sticks with pizza rolls last night.
He eats like he's 8.
We learned that his diet is of an 8-year-old.
And a big glass of milk, right?
Yeah.
So milk, fish sticks, and what?
Pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls. Any dessert last night?
Milk and fish.
No, not last night.
You actually make it to the toilet or just stay there on the couch?
He never disappoints, man. His diet is amazing.
I want to talk to his girlfriend and see if she finds it.
Yeah, will Jess come on the air?
Yeah.
We like Jess.
I would love to ask her questions.
She's
about
hilarious.
Your diet.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we'll take a break. Bill Burr at Comedy Connection at the
in
end
2
of the
weeks.
Yeah, last weekend in June.
On Eroc's screen over
What
there.
happened? Oh, yeah, we'll play that.
Yeah.
Comedy Connection in Boston, June 28th, 29th.
Great. More with Bill Burr after the break. Sam, maybe we'll talk to your girlfriend for the first time. And we got...
Don't get too choked up at this.
We got the late Vince McMahon as we go to break.
This is Vince McMahon of the WWF, and you're listening to the greatest tag team in radio, Opie and Anthony.
That's the thing.
Rocking right along here. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Bill Burr in studio. He's playing the Comedy Connection all over the joint up there in New England at the end of June. Go to BillBurr.com for all the info, right?
That's right.
That makes it easy for people, Bill.
Yeah.
All right. Also, people are still telling us about hot news chicks. Christian from Boston. Hey, guys, check out Cindy... Oh, yeah, Fitzgibbon on Fox 25 Morning News. She does dress like a whore, but you can tell she's one of those chicks that drink White Zinfandel and Smirnoff Ice at the bar. And then takes it from behind like a champ. You guys rock.
Jeez, that's a lot of speculation going on there, just from what she's wearing.
One man's opinion. Let me see her. Here, make that bigger.
E-Rock. Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Postage stamp size.
She's all right.
No, I'm not big in that. Oh, you're
cute.
She's all right.
Bill Burr's
Like a long
fixated on flight benefits on Pal Talk.
How hot is she?
She's just laying on her stomach, wearing nothing but little panties on the bed.
Jim, she's stealing your book idea. She's doing your move on the back of your book.
Man.
The back of your book.
I held her thing up, her name up. She has a nice little rump. I want to spank it.
Nice
Do
little
you want to
rump
just
roast.
slap it?
Yeah.
She's doing the pose from Jennifer Aniston's Rolling Stone magazine pose. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Where she showed her ass.
More girls getting naked on Pal Talk, I notice.
Love it.
She's a
good.
body that
Or dressing
benefits.
sexier.
Love the Pal Talk.
I want to spank her, but like for non-sexy things, for like violence in the Middle East, for Hamas's takeover, just something that you can't make sexual.
Hey, we got Sam's girlfriend on the line, so let's keep it.
Good.
Let's keep it nice here, all right?
Of course.
We got Sam's broad on the phone.
Hello, Miss Sam.
Hey, Jess.
Hi.
Hi. Sam, of course, one of the guys that works for us and does a very good job. He's part of this Vince McMahon storyline lately.
Storyline?
Yeah. And he's I think you're going to be part of the storyline. I have a feeling.
Storyline?
And then and he holds the camera when we have things going on in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And this is his girlfriend, Jess. She's a very, very lovely girl.
Yes.
We all went out to dinner about a month ago, and this is where I discovered Sam's 8-year-old diet because Jess kind of blew up his spot in front of everybody and started telling everyone what Sam eats.
What can I say? It's entirely limited.
Yeah, now, do you have to kind of eat like this, or...
Say one more time?
Do you have to eat like he eats with these 8-year-olds' food?
Oh, I know. It's totally impossible. You should see it's basically unfreezing stuff every day. He likes like lots of mini foods, like mini fish sticks, mini pizza rolls, mini bagel bites. He likes those like Elio's pizza, but only the square kind.
Is that when you envisioned in your dream guy when you were younger? Some guy who eats Cheez-Its?
I have a cook who could cook me lovely things, and instead I just end up unfreezing stuff every night.
Wait.
Unfreezing and thrown in a microwave, right?
Why only the square kind of Elio's?
I haven't a clue, but he really doesn't like the round ones.
No.
Don't eat them. We have an entire freezer full of them.
See, because he has the diet of an 8-year-old. It doesn't make sense. Anyone that has an 8-year-old out there, this is the crap they have to deal with.
Square ones are the ones they gave you in school.
Right. But if you give an 8-year-old like the round ones, even though it tastes like the square ones, they're going to go no and throw a tantrum like I'm sure Sam does.
I know. I made him corn last night, and he wouldn't eat it.
Of course.
Why?
He doesn't eat vegetables.
Because it was too much. He loves corn, but that's the only vegetable he likes. Corn and raw carrots.
We went to
corn and raw carrots is what. No, what about the potatoes you told me about?
Oh, he likes raw potatoes too. Yeah.
We went to Rue the other day, and he ordered the chicken, and it comes with a bunch of string beans. He did not touch one string bean. He just eats his chicken. And then that's it.
You guys know a tall glass of milk?
Tall glass of milk with every meal, pretty much.
Every single meal. Dinner especially. He also likes Gatorade, but only the red kind.
Gatorade?
Only the red kind?
He really is the kid who got beat up at school every day.
You're a child. But wait, a tall glass of milk? I can't get that with. I don't understand that with.
It's entirely disgusting.
There's nothing worse too than milk with anything with tomato sauce on it, like pizza or spaghetti, things like that. Does he like pasta? Do you eat spaghetti or macaroni or anything?
He eats pasta.
Oh no.
No, mac and cheese, nothing like that.
Pasta. Wait, what? Mac and cheese. I wish. Are you kidding? That would make it so much easier. He won't eat sauces. He doesn't eat noodles. He doesn't eat anything that you can just boil and give it to him. He hates all that stuff.
Would he eat Doritos and stuff if you said that was all you had for dinner?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He likes there's like a triple X, like a new Dorito that he likes. He likes Casey Masterpiece chips.
A triple trans fat Dorito that just came out.
Yeah.
Dude, chicken with milk. You know how much mucus you're creating?
Oh God.
Believe me.
Not really.
Wow. It's totally disgusting. And then a Hostess cupcake.
A Hostess cupcake.
That is the sweetest thing. I don't know whether to hug Sam or just stab him.
Well, just tell the guys about his desserts.
Oh, well,
kid desserts.
Entirely limited. He likes Twinkies. He likes Hostess cupcakes. He likes ice pops, but he only likes the Flintstones push-up pops, or if I have an ice pop, he'll have half of it. He never wants a whole
How about Suzy Q's? Does he still eat those?
Yeah, are you kidding?
Wait, he likes the Flintstones push-up pops, but only half of one?
Oh, well, he'll eat the whole one of those. But, like, if I get, like a fruit bar, he'll only have a bite of mine. He won't eat his own. The same thing with fruit. He doesn't like his own fruit. He only has mine.
Sam, why?
Why is that?
I don't like a whole... Some foods, I don't eat the whole thing. I only want some. I don't want to start a new thing. I don't want to start an apple.
Start an apple.
I don't want to start.
It's not like I'll roast turkey.
An apple costs 15 cents.
It's not a matter.
It's not a theory in physics that you're going to be married to for the next 5 years. It's just an apple.
He's scared to add other foods to his diet, I think.
I'm not scared.
You want just the limited things that you want to eat.
But don't you understand? Maybe she wants a whole apple.
She can have a whole apple if she wants. She could say, no, you can't have any of my apple, and then I won't have any apple.
So, Jess, you don't go out to dinner with Sam, really? There's no point.
That's got to be embarrassing.
So we can go to family restaurants. That's really
Yeah, you can't go to like a nice fancy restaurant, right?
We go to Pizzeria Uno's all the time.
Yeah. We have like a standing date.
Standing date at what Pizzeria Uno?
Hey, Jess, what is...
You know, he has his own booth there.
Yeah.
True.
We would like to seat you, Mr. Sam.
High chair.
What's Sam's favorite meal?
His favorite food, you said?
Yeah, well, his favorite meal. If let's say it's Sam's birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, for Sam's birthday, his mom will make him fried chicken and corn on the cob and cornbread. She's a really awesome cook, but she makes everything that he likes. So it's like impossible. Like if I was to make him something for his birthday, we would probably have like Elio's or something like that.
Elio's pizza.
That would be what he would want if you were cooking for him.
Oh, absolutely. I also don't do all that much cooking. So you know his delicacy? Chicken tacos. He'll make them.
Oh,
you'll make chicken tacos.
Oh yeah.
Now, where do you get the chicken?
From the store. It's just a regular.
From the store.
Just
he
chicken.
made it for me for Valentine's.
Just a regular chicken. Wait a minute.
Chicken breast.
Chicken breast, and then you cut it up and everything.
Yeah.
So you're actually cooking something.
Yeah, I will cook that. I learned how to do that in college.
Cook that.
You learned that in college.
In college.
Yeah, I bought chicken breasts and then cut them up.
For Valentine's Day, did she just say that you made her chicken tacos?
That's what she said. Yeah.
That's really romantic.
Hey, Jess, tell everybody about Sam's old girlfriend.
It's depressing.
His old girlfriend?
Well, Sam likes a particular type of girl.
Oh, well, I'm his first white girlfriend. That's.
Are you really? Are they all black girls? Or all Spanish girls or Asian?
There was
all of the above, black and Asian.
Oh, you mixed it up.
I dated one Chinese girl. Other than that, it was black girls.
You only dated black girls.
Yeah.
Did they break up with you because of your diet?
They
I'll tell you something about Sam. Sam is all cock. I have no doubt. This is how I know this.
Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
I know Sam is packing a lot because his girlfriend's really hot. And I saw them together. I'm like, she is a really pretty girl.
Yeah, you're beautiful, Jess.
Sam is not a bad-looking guy, but he is a lanky disaster. I mean, when all is said and done, I'm like, he has got to have something, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what kind of confidence you need to have to date black girls?
True. As a white guy,
That's
you
what I'm
really have to be
thinking.
confident. And you, wow, is this something like, how old were you when you dated your first black girl?
High school, 17.
That's 17?
Yeah.
And what was it? Was it something like you walked up? Did you how did you initiate it? Did you all of a sudden go, hey, I kind of want to go out with a black girl?
No,
he's never asked a girl out.
No,
he's never asked a girl out.
No,
they approach him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You were you were friendly with the black community in your school?
Sure. All communities.
But wait, like,
he's great.
How do they approach you? What do you just stand there in something that shows off your hog, like a pair of white spandex bike shorts with an I'm single shirt? How did
some
you
ho-hos under your arm?
How did you meet Sam and like ask him out? How did you do it?
Well,
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't ask Sam out.
Jess was the one girl who I went after.
You guys got a future then.
But the black chicks came after you?
Yeah.
I was completely.
Wow, that is something. I'm
got a little cockiness.
trying to think.
Al Dukes is bored.
All right, it's over, Johnny.
It's
over, Johnny. I am watching Fox 5, which is New York, and who did I just see sit down waiting to be interviewed?
Sir Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley. Release the hounds, pests. Release the hounds.
He could have come in earlier, by the way.
We are boycotting his movie.
What is he scared of? We're talking about a guy's 8-year-old freaking diet
It might just be his publicist, 42 West.
No, I'm blaming it on him. Here he is when asked if he wants to do our show, and this is really Ben Kingsley's voice.
No! No, 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 no! No! No, 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 no! No!
Either that or it's Sam turning down food. Wait a minute. It's either him or because it's 9 o'clock. They knew he was going on at 5 to 9. He could have easily come in here.
Of course he could have.
7 a.m. or 7:15 and made it over there.
Don't make excuses
I'm
for
not.
Ben Kingsley.
It's either him or his publicist. I'm not going to say that. He may not even know he was booked on this show.
He knew he was booked. They give him his schedule a day in advance. I know Ben Kingsley's.
You don't have time to have a schedule.
They may not.
Sir, Ben King. He was putting his armor on or taking it off, I'm sure.
When I'm on the road doing press, when I'm doing local stuff for
Get over there, Roland.
They don't tell me where I'm going until we're in the car.
Really?
Yeah, man. A lot of times you don't know unless you ask in advance.
Did you actually try to compare your scheduling and what to Oscar winner Ben Kingsley?
Yes.
For a second. Let me get my head on straight for a second. You compared your scheduling and your people with Ben Kingsley.
Jim, what was the media like when you did the boxcar?
Well, that's the point. Here's what I don't like. Burr felt so happy to say that he eased up and rested his elbow before he fired it out.
Hey, he knew he had a doozy.
He got comfy.
But no, what I'm saying
interrogation.
That's kind of the point that I'm making. Is that
he was Barry Bonds and he saw that Tim Wakefield pitch coming in. Oh, this
knuckleball.
This stupid knuckleball.
The point I'm making is even a zero as myself, if I am not checking schedule or finding out, a guy on that level probably does not know his day-to-day unless he inquires.
I think he's backing out of it. I think he was comparing
Backing out of it. Well, here's the lie. Let me tell you the lie. Ben Kingsley, here's what we heard yesterday. We were in the middle of doing a promo saying Ben Kingsley's going to be on this show tomorrow, which we did yesterday.
By the way.
And who?
Right there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Oh, my God.
I remember her.
What's she doing on CW11?
All right, let's go.
Yeah. And, look at you.
Jim just goes, she models. Is that what she's... I thought she was...
Well, they said what she doing, so it's...
Oh.
We heard Ben Kingsley couldn't make it to our show because he was filming in Canada. Well, let's look at Canada here, which happens to also have Fox 5, because that's the Channel 5, that's the Fox affiliate, local affiliate here in New York City, is Channel 5. I just want to see, before we go to Roland, they're running through clips of his movie, which you shan't go out and see, and I want to see them come back to the studio and see that he is in New York.
Of course he is. We got Roland sitting on the couch. We're running out of show here, Roland.
Damn it.
42 West is his publisher. If anybody knows who they are.
Roland, what happened?
Do us a favor. Do not see the new Ben Kingsley movie. It works both ways.
Publicist, not publisher.
Yeah, I was just told that his schedule changed, and I told her... I told them...
Do you openly tell these people you're lying to me? Well, I'm in the business with you. Why are you lying to me? Why don't you give me the real reason why he's not on Opie and Anthony today?
I asked, they go, well, his schedule's changed, his tight. So I said, okay, from 6 to 11 a.m., there's your new window. Whatever time, come on in. And then I got an email a call last night saying it's too hard. It's too packed, his schedule.
But it's not. He did nothing this morning.
No.
We did a press junket.
Hey, Roland.
Could have stopped in here for 10
minutes.
At
that point, you go, you're still lying to me.
What about the filming in Canada?
They said, well, his schedule changed again, and he's filming tomorrow.
This is
And you said, you're still lying to me.
I said, okay. I said, since his schedule changed and he's here 6 to 15 a.m. is your new window.
I just said, liar, liar, pants on fire.
Why can't he come right here from there?
How good is Danny? Ready for this?
Yeah.
Hello.
Also, Sir Ben Kingsley transforming himself yet again for his latest film role, why he was drawn to the quirky project and the new job he had on set. He'll join us here live as well.
There it is.
Live as well.
Live, right there. There he is.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
He didn't have to choose between one or the other. He could have come in and given us a quick 12, 15-minute thing. If
That's what I said. I said, if worst comes to worst, I go from 6 a.m., 6:30, 7, whatever time. Yep. So let me know what time, and I'll make it happen. And they said his schedule's...
I'm so sick of that crap. And you have to say, Roland, you're lying to me. The guys would rather hear the real reason instead of this crap. They've been doing this way too long to listen to these fake excuses.
Ben Kingsley want to go to war? We go to war. We're going to war with Ben Kingsley. Everybody.
It's either him or his publicist.
Both of them, all of them. They're all in cahoots.
Why are you getting scared, Roland? They got to tell us the truth. I don't give a crap who they represent.
No lying.
We're not mad at you.
We don't give a crap who they represent. We don't want to be lied to ever.
And they're screwing up the schedule.
You're a liar.
I would respect them if they said, look, it's not his cup of tea, it's not his type of show, whatever. I'd rather hear that than this, he's filming in Canada, he flew in for an hour, and he's going back to Canada.
Be honest.
They're promoting this dope for 2 weeks, and they screw us up by telling us the day before.
Exactly. We promoted that for 2 weeks, and then they pull out at the last minute like that.
Well,
Just stop
No
it.
Elio's Pizza.
Right.
And please don't help the box office for his movie this weekend. Please, please, please don't.
Yeah, if you know someone that has it, get it from them.
If you really need to see it, wait for the second or third week, because the first week is what matters for all these jerks.
Go online, download it.
All right, we got to go. Sam's girlfriend, thank you. Sorry we interrupted your fine phone call.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure, guys. Have a
Nice
good
talking to you.
All right, we'll have you back to talk about Sam's ex-girlfriends, because I'm sure there's some stories there.
Yeah, baby.
It's just everyone, Sam. Good job today. Bill Burr, Comedy Connection.
Boston,
At the end of the month, BillBurr.com for that info. Go to Break.com today. We are helping them pick the videos today for the front page. That's pretty cool. We have teamed up with Break.com, so do that as well, okay?
Life Benefits is lotioning.
Yeah.
More Ben Kingsley talk coming up on the other side.
Yes.
Profanity.
Yes, profanity-laced tirades next.
More problems.
I was ready to go. Ooh, what'd you say?
More problems.
Motherfucker.
This radio thing just sucks. We solved the problems with this company, and now we got new problems with the other company. It just never ends. Break.com has been a great friend of the show, and we partnered with Break.com today. They allowed us to pick the videos to be on the front page.
It's pretty cool.
The front page of Break.com gets at least 1 million hits a day, and it has our logo, which is great for branding. And we picked the videos that we thought would be cool to check out today, right on the front page.
All show-related.
Most people don't go past the front page on a video site.
Yeah.
And then they also allowed us to have a couple of our videos featured on the front page. That is a huge promotion for the Opie and Anthony show. And Tom Chiasano at the other joint started dumping out of the plugs at the end of the show.
They weren't getting paid on them.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't understand the overall picture with this whole thing.
See, the big picture is we give them a little publicity. They give us a lot of publicity because it's our show being plugged. And then people tune in. They go, hey, who is this? Wow, that's kind of cool. Opie and Anthony did this. They watch the video and find out where we're available. And the station does better. When the station does better, it makes more money because the ratings are up. Like, they never look beyond the dollar that's dangling in front of their face.
Because so many people out there still don't understand the internet.
They really don't.
They don't get it. They don't get how it works. So they look at it like it's like another TV station.
The internet.
Yeah, the internet.
Well, so how many people view Break.com on a daily basis? Did you find out? Steve would know that answer in a second.
Gotta be 100-200 people a day.
I would guess.
They don't get the effect of it. They don't understand the value of it, where they look at like they're giving, because they're so fucking pompous. We're giving away a plug. You're also getting one on a fucking major website that a lot more people go to than hear the radio show.
They don't even think that.
Of course they don't. They're thinking like they did 10 years ago, and yet the rules you have to play by on terrestrial radio are not the same.
Right.
All right, what Howard was able to do is have girls doing things for plugs. Meanwhile, we can't plug opieanthony.com because there might be fucking tits on it.
Right. Meanwhile, hardcore porno sluts are showing fucking clam.
Holy shit!
And you're able to plug those sites.
You can't anymore. I mean, you can't anymore.
No.
Terrestrial radio has no idea.
I know where this comes from, by the way.
I think
I've heard commercials for another video site on that side of the show. I don't even remember the actual website.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the problem is. This video site,
a competitor,
this video site paid for actual commercials that I've heard during our show, and we just gave a free plug to Break.com. Well, tough shit. We've had a relationship with these guys for a long time. And this is where Tom is now hurting us personally. When we're not even talking about Break.com, but there's a cool video that happened on our show, they have no problem putting it on the front page to help us out a little bit.
Yeah.
that is going to go away if we don't, help each other out. How many people view Break.com a day?
Hundreds of thousands, if not over 1 million people.
If not over 1 million people.
There are more people do hear the radio show.
I would think it's more like 1 million people.
I'd have to check their rankings so I can get an answer for you in a couple minutes.
Do you know how many? What they don't get.
Hundreds of thousands.
When you got a fucking TV show, people can watch the TV show and come to the radio show.
Yes.
We don't have a fucking television show. Maybe we don't deserve one. Okay, but when you have the internet now and you can use that to get people to the radio show, what don't people in radio understand about that?
Yeah.
I don't understand how they don't fuck. Meanwhile, if some shit goes up on the Drudge Report, they all understand it.
Oh, they understand.
I mean anything. It could be anything on Drudge. They understand immediately the power of how fucking many people go see that. But yet when it's something like this, they just don't get it. Because they're all thinking like it's fucking 1985, and they wonder why people are running away from terrestrial radio. I wonder why.
What bothers me the most is that he doesn't even come in here and tell us that it's a problem. That was a big, huge deal that was going on today with us on Break.com.
Well, I think he won't come in during the show to throw something like that at us.
And we've been promoting Break.com since we started back on regular radio.
He knows not to come in during the show.
This wasn't a curveball. It wasn't one of Tim Wakefield's awful knuckleballs that went into the stands and hit a kid in the head. This was like, this is pretty much business as usual as far as our show goes.
Tens of hundreds, if not 1,000.
It could be in the ones or the 5 billions. I check.
In the teens.
He said, then he goes, I'll check, which means what he said, he had no clue. He just threw that out without even a clue.
Just admit it.
He goes hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands.
That's too low. If not million.
1 million. It's 1.3 million.
How much is that house that you're selling? Hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
If not millions. Do we have a deal? I love Steve.
Is it really 1.3 million a day?
Yeah.
How many eyebrows did you cut off? Hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
1.3 million a day.
Could go see any video we put up, which gets people to the radio show.
Why would you want someone to do that?
Yeah, I don't get it. Why would you want them to go, all 1.3 million people to go and on the homepage when you...
because then more people would listen and you'd make more money.
Yeah, why would you want that?
Yeah, that's
Get
stupid.
the extra fucking X amount of dollars for a plug.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, I guess we're going to have a chat about that.
But it's almost like, it's not like you're giving away something for free.
No.
It's self-defeating. It's like, do you not... I don't
Quid pro quo, Mr. Chiasano.
Exactly. You will let me know when those braces stop tightening.
Goddamn. Oh, Ope's making a call. Look out.
Who are you calling?
He's got his game face on,
calling for pizza. Helios, the square
By
ones?
the way, clam is the one I think is the most repulsive word
for vagina.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I just think low tide, you're smelling fish.
A clam. That has to be the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gash. You know what's
I'll tell you one.
Degrading. What?
Smelly Mr. Red Lips.
You know what I heard somebody actually call a girl once? It's like, so this fucking slit is going to tell me.
Oh,
it's like, that goes hand in hand with just punching somebody in the face. That is really bad. But I laughed when I heard it. I'm like, God, that is nasty.
That makes your abs tighten.
Yeah.
Slit.
You think this fucking slit is going to tell me what the fuck to do? Fuck her.
In Q&A, there's a thing where he goes, you want something for you and your quiff.
Your quiff.
Slit, man, that's a good one.
Gash. That's another one. Slat. Any of those. It's
Gash, I've heard so much it kind of wore itself out.
Gash.
Clam is just...
Because it smells bad.
Oh, and it just sounds whiny. And, it sounds useless. It really does.
Well, kind of plump. A little plump and sticky, gooey.
That awful paper, that see-through paper that they have around a clam roll. Yeah, somehow be holding that.
You even say that when your hands, they're a little clammy today. It just doesn't conjure up something nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there are the goofy ones like fur burger or hair pie. That's like trying to be silly.
Yeah, I
don't like those.
People who weren't getting any.
Yeah, that's always people that aren't.
Did you see her fur burger? And then they'd high five afterwards.
You're not getting
the
anything.
Exclamation point that you're still just rubbing your dick raw.
Cunny. Yeah, people.
Oh, cunny is what fucking pedophiles say in England or whatever. That's
really
creepy little cunny.
Ugh, I didn't know that. I just thought it was a different word for cunt.
Speaking of cunny, that fucking Ben Kingsley is really annoying me.
Serpent Kingsley? Yeah, he's showing his mug on local TV here in New York City, where we're broadcasting from, and yet said he couldn't make it on our program.
And meanwhile, that dummy, this show replays all day here on XM. That would have been heard in 2 countries.
Yeah.
4 other times. What a dumb motherfucker.
For his stupid movie.
Well, he's been knighted, so.
Yeah, once
when
you
are they
become
going to stop
sir.
playing make-believe over there in England?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Make-believe.
Yeah.
Oh, how true. I was talking about like I said, I wanted a list of everyone who's been knighted and just see how stupid it is. Because, isn't Elton John a knight?
He is.
Sir Elton John?
Let's look at that army of actors.
Yeah.
That they're going to give swords to.
That they're going to give swords and put armor on to protect the Queen's realm.
McCartney is going to swing his wife's prosthetic.
It's just playing make-believe. What year is it? Stop. It's not 1500.
Alec Baldwin, I would follow into battle.
Would you?
Yeah.
Sir Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, he doesn't have actor energy. That guy has, older brother.
Yeah.
My shoulder gets sore every time I see him. I just picture walking past him in a hallway and he just punches you for no reason.
Probably hard to be his younger brother, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's a bastard.
I used to do a bit about that guy going, he was so talented, all his brothers made it too.
Yeah, he dragged them all along with him.
Yeah.
He went through that phase, though, where he was kind of like an actor that was trying to be the good-looking actor guy.
I think that's what they were
like
offering.
A George Clooney kind of guy, and it worked for a while, and then he fell off the face of the earth, got kind of fat, and came back, and everyone was fine with him being a little fat and gruff now. He wasn't like the nice guy.
Because I think he was always a character actor, but he looked like a movie star.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
the
now
rare combination, Anthony.
He plays a great prick now.
Matinee idol, good looks, whatever the other hacky things that people say.
He plays probably the best prick I've ever heard. As a matter of fact, we got a clip from one of his movies here.
Oh, that guy's hilarious.
That I just love. Oh, God, I sure hope I could find it.
He's hilarious, and I think he's a good father.
Yes,
my dad would have dropped the F-bomb at least 58 times if I ever did that. I ever insulted him with the phone.
Is that on the clean box or the dirty box?
It should be on both boxes.
It should be.
Dirty box, another one women hate.
Dirty box.
Especially when you refer to her as that in front of her. Like, yeah, well, the dirty box was putting her makeup on.
Oh, here he is.
Everything was great until dirty box over here.
It's a catastrophe. It's not even on. Look at Than running back and forth. I don't know. That better be the president of the fucking United States on the phone.
I made an ass
there he is.
of myself.
Talk to your daughter.
I made an ass of myself.
Yeah, he didn't drop the F-bomb.
Not at all.
He didn't curse.
Not at all. My dad would have just...
Listen, how kids get away with anything. Kids don't seem to be afraid of their parents anymore. Like, I was fucking petrified of my father.
Oh, yeah.
They just had this, and now you see kids they're like, go fuck yourself to like their father. I said, damn once, and just got a smack across the face.
You grew up in the era where the neighbors' parents could.
Yeah, they had
slap you around.
They had
right?
full power of attorney to just smack you in the face if you mouthed off.
And no matter what they did, your parents always believed them because they were fellow adults. When did that switch?
Yeah,
all of a sudden
when they started fucking the kids, maybe that was a problem because.
Yeah, but were they doing that back then?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think.
I was an adorable child, and I walked the streets alone.
Dude, I used
no
to
one
get
touched me.
Someone did.
Do you think?
Yeah, somebody
I blocked it out.
Somebody snuck
I had
in there.
Tussleable hair.
I used to get up 6 in the morning to do a paper route. I'm dressed as a paper boy. Then that has to be a fetish. Of some sort for a pedophile. Riding up hills.
Little Billy Burr.
Yeah. Standing up. Ass in the air. Nothing ever happened.
No. It wasn't like, it was like you heard about these creeps, but it was never big on the news or anything. It wasn't in your neighborhood.
I actually have a theory on this. I think that with all the porn and all the and how far you actually can go on the internet is actually, it's sort of like drawing, like when
You're saying stepping stone. It's like an easier.
It's enabling.
It gets you closer to that final thing.
I sound like a conservative here, huh?
You really do. You sound like people that want to do away with the internet. I see what you're saying, though. It's very hard to go from A to Z. Z being, molestation, and A being perusing some Playboy magazines.
Granted,
let's say.
neither one of us has any sort of psychology degree.
No, but I have a microphone.
Exactly.
So I know everything.
So let's go with this.
Yeah. So now the internet brings you further down the line where you're able to see a lot more and to make that final jump off to where you actually are doing a criminal activity, sexual crime. It's easier. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't understand how that show To Catch a Predator. I don't understand how that's not entrapment.
They say because even intent.
You can't be like, hey, you want some drugs? You can't do that. But you can be like, I got him. It's 12-year-old. I want to suck a cock. How do you type like a 12-year-old?
I'm Chris Hansen with the Dateline NBC. Take a seat. Have some lemonade. Oh, I didn't, because they always say, she, said she was 20, and then they pull out the transcripts. Even intent, right? Even like intent. Yeah. If you intend on meeting up with an underage person for sexual activity, doesn't matter if they weren't, you're guilty.
All I know is that because of the access to the internet, is I ended up seeing stuff that I would never go rent. I would never go look at. You're just there. You're just clicking, and then the stuff that just sort of starts popping up. Like that whole, well, if you clicked on this, you must be into this, and you start trying to hit all the X's to shut it off. Yeah.
Well, that's it. I think the internet itself draws you in further than you want to go into a certain subject, because you'll click on something very innocent, like one of the video sites. You'll be up there popping away, break.com, whatever it is, and then you'll hit another link, and before you know it, you're just into this wretched, hardcore, disgusting. Like, I was sitting there at the computer the other day, and my girlfriend goes, you gotta look at this. And I go, all right. I come over. There's a guy fucking himself in the ass with his own dick.
What was that, luckydevil.com?
He was able to take a semi-hard one and push it down into his ass and push with his hand to where he actually penetrated himself.
Can we see that?
Until he came.
Now, can we not?
And
that's where I differ.
I was watching it.
What?
I was watching it fascinated, and then
it's a freak show.
Then I had to ask, how the fuck did you even get here? Like, how did you arrive on that site?
I bet she was probably looking
Good genes.
Stuff about sea turtles.
It could have been right.
On that, and all of a sudden, see a turtle get fucked by a guy. All of a sudden, that pops up.
Or seahorses. Seahorses, the male actually carries the eggs after a while, and then it goes into something of a guy fucking himself.
Yeah, see a horse get fucked.
Somehow it goes from learning something about biology.
Horse-popped man.
Yeah.
Fuck himself.
And Bill, I don't believe that you were molested. I think what happened was the pedophile saw you, and you were so beautiful with that red hair, and so svelte, they thought you were a setup. So there's no way this
is just roaming around.
This work of art.
My Norman Rockwell fantasy.
Yeah. This fucking appley cheeked boy.
What did I miss?
I had everything but the baseball.
Everything.
Yeah.
You should be on a policeman's desk eating ice cream with the cop hat on sideways. That's where little Billy belonged.
The painting Rockwell never did, which is just you fucking crying and repressing things. Like, they show, like, a man behind you and fucking blood trickling down your calf.
Christ.
But in your head, it's cotton candy at a circus. Young Bill
baseball.
Burr.
Norman loved baseball.
Yeah, baseball game.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
The show.
I'm in the back of the studio fighting for the show. I've missed a lot of things.
We ran through about 8 to 9 subjects.
All right. We're talking about the internet. I try to stay away from porn. I don't think it's good for you.
Porn?
Yeah, just fuck.
Are you being truthful? You really do.
Why does it fuck with you?
I just don't think it's like, it just keeps desensitizing you and just
I just don't dig on porn.
Yeah, I'm just not into this shit. I'd rather I don't know. Use your
learn
brain.
stuff?
No, you'd rather use your brain and then try to fucking make it happen in real life.
Ah, okay.
Rather than being just sitting there hunched over in that awful, like...
I gotta be honest.
Osteoporosis.
I don't look at as much porn as I did when the internet like first really took off, because it was nothing but porn. That I would just peruse pornography constantly. Now I find
That's the way I
myself
was when I first
reading like news sites and blogs and things, and then of course I'll fall into it after a while.
Yeah, but you got to do that just in case the FBI comes in and takes your hard drive, so you can be like, "Oh, it was a phase."
Yeah.
Look at all this other stuff.
Could you imagine like getting in trouble for something you downloaded 8 years ago or something?
They just busted
like,
a whole
what
fucking...
the hell?
They have 700 people worldwide they just arrested.
Yeah.
In some I'm sure that there are guys that are posting, but they just busted a whole bunch of guys in the biggest thing.
For what?
Kitty porn.
For what?
For what? For what?
Yeah, but it's oof.
Why we have a lot of dad calls, by the way?
Really?
Yeah. You're
Not a
scared
what?
of your dad?
Oh, I was saying I was petrified of my father growing up, and kids today kind of like just they'll curse their fathers out. Go fuck yourself. They won't listen to him. Like my father was the law. That what he said, and it didn't matter what the fuck it was. Go outside and rake the leaves, mow the fucking lawn, wash the car. It was always like he'd fuck my mother and make little workers. That's like what parents did back then. It was like, I don't want to fucking wash my car. Come here. Well, I'm going to get you pregnant and make a car wash and a fucking rake guy and a fucking lawnmower.
Blame the do-gooders. They took the spanking away from the parents.
Well, that's what we were
That was
talking
the
about.
ultimate threat.
How parents used to, they would back.
They
neighbors.
delegate responsibility to their neighbors to fucking hit you if you mouthed off also.
I see my brothers and sisters, they have kids, and they give the timeouts. I'm like, what?
Timeout? I would have laughed at a timeout.
I'm not making fun of my brothers and sisters. This is how parents raise kids now. That's the norm. It's like, what does a timeout really do?
I would have laughed at a timeout.
Remember the crap that we used to get?
Nothing beat that spontaneous smack across the face. An open hand smack. Pop knew when to close his hand or to open it.
Right.
And if it was just a wise ass remark or something, that would come out of nowhere where you would be like, boo! Your ears would ring. You go, what the fuck? Where did that come? And then it was like, you ever see Saving Private Ryan when the shell went off? And the lieutenant went deaf for a little while.
Yeah.
And they're yelling at him, but he's just seeing them yelling, and he's. Yeah. So you get a smack, and then look, and your father's just yelling at you, but you're hearing boo, and then it would come in slow. I gotta hear that fucking language again out of you.
Oh my!
Do what I say. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do.
You make a really good point. He knew when to have an open hand.
Oh yeah.
Very rare with the closed fist. Very rare.
I got the closed fist once. Light. He knew to pull the punch too.
Right.
Oh, Dad loved me.
I mean, but
he knew when to pull the punch.
We got hit with wooden spoons, hot wheel track.
Mom was a prop pack when it came to. She was a hack prop act. My mom was the carrot top of beatings, but she would always pull out props.
But they just knew how hard to go.
Dad had one prop, the belt.
Now it's a timeout in a corner.
Doesn't work.
My father would put me in a figure 4 leg like Greg Valentine, the leg locks.
Greg Valentine.
Greg the Hammer, and then we just laugh at how homoerotic it looked.
My dad never hit me. Right?
Never hit you?
More my mother was brutal, though.
Really?
I 4 brothers, so my dad was in a fraternity, and he saved the paddle. So she used to use that on us. We used to hide that thing. But the thing was, she used to line us up, and, you'd be standing there waiting like, oh God. Maybe she'll be tired by the time she gets down to me.
I in California, my father was so irresponsible with feeding children, things like that. I was in my early teens,
right.
But I wasn't supposed to be going out and fending for myself at that point in life. And there were certain days I was starving. I was a kid starving, So I went in to look for change that was laying around, and I opened up his wife's jewelry box, and I found these quarters in there. They were these silver quarters that were real old.
What could you get for a quarter in 1927?
Way back when I would go to the pop stand. I would go to the drugstore, and the soda jerk would
catch a double feature and get a shake.
I would actually go to Thrifty Drug and Discount Store out in California, right next to the Vons. and I would get some ice cream sandwiches. I would get a box of ice cream sandwiches and sit behind the store and eat an entire box of ice cream sandwiches because I was fucking starving. So I get in the truck one night, and my father goes, did you take anything from our bedroom? And I'm like, of course I lie. No. You didn't go into the jewelry box and take any quarters? Yeah, I took them. Bam, 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 right in the side of the head. I'm like, oh, fuck, I didn't even get an excuse out.
How many quarters were in there that she noticed?
Yeah, was there $10,000 worth of quarters?
How much does a box of ice cream sandwiches cost back then?
The exact amount that you needed for ice cream sandwiches.
It was probably $1.50 I took in quarters, but they was like silver quarters, so they were probably worth more. Like they were old quarters. Collector's quarters.
Oh, the upside down stamp.
Yeah, the upside down plane flying, one of those quarters. Double stamp.
I never understood that the collecting of money, it's like the second you take it out of your book, it's worth a quarter.
It's worth whatever it is.
Yeah.
Face value.
Oh, the Franklin Mint horse shit that my father falls for. Look, they're in the plastic. I know, stupid. They say 2006 on them.
Yeah.
My
take 5 of those and get some ice cream sandwiches.
I knew this was coming in. My brother Scott on timeouts. Timeouts do nothing but give the parents a bit of peace and quiet.
Yeah, that's what a timeout's for.
They even know.
They
even know. They're like, well, at the very least, we could get a little silence in the house.
I told, to finish up that story, after the ringing went out of my ears, I had explained to him why I took the quarters, and I know he believed it in his head, but he didn't want to, fess up to it. I said, I was starving. I bought ice cream sandwiches. And he goes, no, you didn't. You bought more of those goddamn model rockets. Because I was into model rocketry as a kid. I was always trying to
and I bought
learn.
one for $1.25.
I bought one for $1.25. Pop, is that what they're going for?
God forbid you were into model rockets. It could have led to NASA. You could have been on one of these space shuttles.
I could have been an astronaut.
But Dad,
I got a slug in the face for a fucking ice cream sandwich. And you know something though? Like I said, I know he knew I fucking bought food with that because I was starving, and he knows I didn't eat.
Why were you starving all the time?
Because the fucking horses had to eat, and he needed 40 of Budweiser to hang out at the stable with the Chateau Reyes and get hammered.
I'm just picturing bare feet, overalls, dirt roads.
Anthony's really opened up about his relationship with his father in the last year. It's been very interesting.
It was just a mess out there. Oh.
Have you ever gone to therapy?
No.
Every time I go to therapy and I try to tell the childhood stories, I just start laughing. As I'm telling them, they're just funny at this point, and then the therapist is always just sitting there like, I don't think that's funny.
Why are you laughing?
I think the laughing is masking pain, which just makes me laugh even more, and I'm just like, I can't do this, and then I leave.
I couldn't do it seriously. Look, I think I know what my father's deal was. He didn't want to be a father. He liked the kids. I know, he liked having me around. I was fun. Shit like that.
Probably
he was able to have
Joker
a son.
too.
Yeah. He was able to have a son who, would ride horses and rope and do things like that.
Cry like a girl.
Fatherly things. He could, smack me for crying like a girl when I got a cramp in my leg. If you ever fucking scream like that again, I want to see an arrow coming out of your chest. He told me that once when I got a cramp in my leg and went, ah! I screamed and everybody looked. What the fuck are you doing screaming like that? He couldn't understand. I was like a kid in pain.
I want to go back to the model rockets.
Oh, yeah.
What was wrong with the model rockets?
I was well, he if I was stealing the quarters.
But he was bothered that you had this hobby to begin with.
Probably it was a little too geeky for a cowboy.
Whether it was your mom buying you the model rockets for your birthday or whatever.
Well, I'll tell you when the turning point was. When my brother Joe got sent out to California because he was being a bad boy here in New York and my mother couldn't put up with his shit anymore. Joe came out. Within, I'd say, a month of my brother being out there, he then started hiding his pot in the payload sections of my rockets. So I found a joint once. And I said, you know something, let me try this. I went into a watershed. It's this thing in the riverbed. It's like a pump house with the big old rusty handles in there and stuff. And it was made of tin, and it was pitch black.
What is a watershed? A watershed?
It's like a pump house. It was in the riverbed, and it was like a flood control station. It was like a little tin shack with a big handle on there that you turn to turn the water on somewhere, but it was locked. It was pitch black in there. So I went in, smoked an entire joint, and I heard you didn't get high the first time you smoked pot, so I smoked the whole thing.
Oh, bad mistake.
And when I opened up the door, It was like when Dorothy opened the door on the second half of The Wizard of Oz and it was in color.
Oh, God.
I walked out of there and looked around and saw everything in a whole new light. I didn't give a shit about school anymore, about model rockets, about making anyone happy. I could give a flying fuck about everything except I needed more pot. That continued through high school and everything.
Yeah.
Just more pot.
It continues to this day. Are you kidding?
I don't
don't smoke the pot anymore.
I haven't smoked pot in fucking probably 20 years.
Dude, you know what's funny? That's why I finally tried it a couple of years ago.
Really?
36, 37 years old. I finally tried it, and it was the exact reason why I never tried it, because I loved it. It was the greatest feeling, and I was just like, this is why I didn't do it. But, like, you know, I'm old enough now to be like, okay, I know what it does. Yeah, when I'm up on the couch, I'm not going to be motivated.
You're not going to do anything.
So
well, that's what it was.
I'll tell you this. If I did it at 14, 15, that would have been a 15-year habit to put it down.
I got a goal. I'm going to start heroin at 70.
That's probably the best time to do it.
I'm serious.
Dude, 70-year-old heroin addict.
You'll be shredded.
I know, man.
Shredded.
That's going to be cool.
Nice. My brother got caught with weed on him, though.
Yeah.
In California, and he was being sent out there for disciplinary reasons because he was fucking up here in New York with living with my mom. So my father immediately went like, all right, Joe's fucking up. I got to be the disciplinarian. So I'm not even going to try to fake it and be nice. So he caught him, though. He saw a little lump in Joe's sock when he got in the truck and says, what's that? And Joe's like, nothing. Let me see what that is. Oh, look, I'm holding it for a wham! Pot. He had pot on him. And my father didn't even know. He was like, you're carrying around like it was probably a nickel. Probably enough to roll maybe 3 joints with. And he goes,
probably why he hit him.
You're going around with an ounce of pot on you? And you couldn't sit there and explain, no, Pop, an ounce of pot is like a lot of pot.
Then you would show your education.
But this is like a little. Like an ounce you see as being, bam!
Yeah. I know you've told the story many times, but you're down this road. You got to tell Bill about the, hold on.
Yes?
Because I don't know if it's going to blow the punchline.
Oh. Is that Urkel on TV?
Sorry.
It's all right. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that was the one with my Uncle Joe.
Yeah, tell
my Uncle Joe. When he was living, well, it was my mom and me, my sister and my brother living in East Islip, wonderful suburb of Long Island, East Islip, New York. And had a nice little house, lived next door to 2 police officers, one on either side of us, one retired, one active. So it was a nice neighborhood. Boomer Esiason lived right down the road. A bunch of kids we used to play on our bikes. And my uncle was living with us for a while. My Uncle Joe. He's, he was a hippie at the time and very into his pot, a connoisseur of marijuana. Right. He got some seeds and planted pot plants in the backyard in these huge garbage pails on our back patio. And he also had a big garden with like cucumbers and tomatoes and everything else in there.
Seeds.
The pot seed. He planted these plants. They got to be about 8 to 12 feet tall, varying sizes, in these huge planters where they were towering over our hedges and everything.
So now the police...
so now we got cops living on either side of us, and they're just poking over the hedges, huge buds growing off the tops of these things. They were giant. And my uncle had told my mother it was a basil oregano hybrid that he was working on. He had grafted it together, and he was making 80,000 pounds of basil oregano hybrid to sell to fucking Italians somewhere. I don't know what his plan was, but my mother bought the whole thing. My father comes over one weekend to pick us up, the divorced father pickup
Wouldn't
thing.
You need a lab to come up with something amazing like that?
Yeah, exactly. He's grafting basil and oregano in his lab downstairs that constantly smelled of weed. So my father comes over, and he goes out back, and he sees these huge pot plants growing out back. And my mother just hated my father at that point and would not listen to a word he said, just condescending, everything. It was like she hated just to see him to even pick us up. He comes to pick us up and goes, Ro, there's fucking pot plants growing out in your backyard. And she goes, Joey, don't be an asshole. It's basil oregano hybrid.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and my father's just looking at her like, you ass. You dumb ass. Do you realize they could take the kids away and everything? You would be arrested. This whole house would fucking go to jail. If they, tell your brother to get rid of the fucking pot plants. And all I remember after that was in his apartment, pot plants hanging everywhere, drying as quickly as possible.
Can you just have like one weed plant and they just go, hey, dig it up?
No, it's got to be a whole farm, a forest of pot. I don't know. Now, if you had one weed plant?
Yeah, if you just took one seed.
You'd get in trouble. You're not allowed to grow it.
I'm just trying to...
I'm
trying to grow a nickel bag.
You'd have a better
I
argument.
want to just grow a nickel bag.
You'd have a better argument to say I didn't know I didn't put it there if it was only one plant. But if you have they're in planters and they're like a sprinkler system on them.
Oh yeah, he would cultivate this thing. He was amazing. Grew huge pot plants, basil and oregano.
Lots of instant feedback coming in. Sam from FBA, the moment you spank a kid, they think that they can get you arrested. I used to catch hangers, shoes, and even a water hose before. And that leads to the next instant feedback.
Hot Wheels track.
We got Brian from Buffalo. Can you guys play the audio of the angry Boston dad driving his kid home? Remember this?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't played this in a really long time.
Boy, that is vicious.
What's the story? I can't even remember. Like, the father was supposed to pick his kid up from a dance or something. Do you know the backstory, Rock? Yeah, you don't know. I can tell. Don't even
taped
try.
it, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, the kid taped it.
There's another
My
part of
brother
that.
used to do that. He had a boombox with dual cassette, and he used to tape my parents' arguments and then put music underneath it.
That's brilliant.
Dude, it was hilarious. The best one he ever had because the argument fit the way the music was going. You know that Led Zeppelin song, No Quarter?
Yeah.
It starts really slowly with that haunting keyboard. And you just hear my dad going, "Oh, what the fuck? This is some bullshit." And as he's getting madder and madder, the music is like right as he flipped out, like Bonham came in with the crash cymbals. It was great. I actually asked him yesterday if he still had that. He said it's somewhere in my parents' house.
Oh, you gotta find that. That's hilarious.
I remember the last thing with my uncle. He kind of lived. It wasn't really the basement. It was kind of like one of those split level things. So off the kitchen, it was a few steps down, like half a floor down, and that was where he lived. And we put a door up, or he put a door up, and put this, like, barely you could see through this frosted glass by this little window that went from the kitchen into his apartment. But there was a gap there that I could peer through and look into his apartment. And he used to have these pot parties, you know, like a bunch of hippies would be down there with big beards just smoking weed, topless broads and everything like that. But I didn't know if I left the light on in the kitchen and peered through, that through the frosted glass he'd see my silhouette clear as day peering in. So I left the light on and I'm looking and watching and watching this party going on, and then out of nowhere this lump of clay just went right in the hole I was looking at. Just took some clay and like scram, kid.
But who has clay?
They were
around for that stuff.
They were sculpting, man.
Yeah.
It's the 70s.
It was just so
Everybody had
groovy,
silly
man.
Good point. Danny, what's the backstory?
It was probably hash, knowing him.
Yeah, right.
Big lump of hash.
This is the father that's yelling at the kid in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was apparently had a reputation of being late. So and obviously the kid knows that the father is going to freak out, so he kind of pre-plans this, and I think he was purposefully late, and then taped his father freaking out for a solid 3 minutes, I think at least.
Yeah, so his father came by to pick up his son, and his son wasn't there for a while.
Yeah, he was about 15 minutes late, so when the kid finally gets into the car, his father just unloads on him.
This is great.
As well he should have.
The beauty of this is that you hear the snotty kid knowing, you know, he's taping the whole thing. I don't think his father knew he was taping. And the kid's laughing along because he knows the father's never going to hit him. So it's a new day and age as far as raising kids.
Yeah, I'm not getting in the car. I'm not getting in the car.
Get the fuck in the car.
Dad. Dad.
I'm going to look at time. Get your ass in.
Calm down.
Get your fucking ass in.
It's 11:10.
What time did I fucking tell you?
11.
Get the fuck here.
Dude.
What the fuck time does it say?
Dude.
Fucking
fucking time is that?
It says 11 fucking 10 in there.
It's 11:21.
It said 11
you think I'm fucking sitting out here for 20 minutes?
I'm
for your fucking
ass. Why don't you come in?
Fuck you! You tell me 11 o'clock, you fucking cunt! Don't waste my fucking time again! You don't even give a shit! It's a fucking joke to you, right?
I didn't think you were here yet.
It's a fucking big joke to you! I'll fucking show you a joke! You fucking asshole!
Oh, shit.
What a fucking... You are so fucking unappreciative! You are like a fucking cunt. You're so fucking unappreciative. You don't give one shit. You're in there fucking laughing your ass off.
Where? Where was I laughing my ass off? Can you please talk to me, Dad?
I don't want to fucking even see your fucking face.
Why? Dad, please talk to me.
Because you're a cunt. You're a fucking cunt. What time is it?
It says like 11 fucking...
The next 5 minutes fast.
All right, then...
15 fucking minutes. I'm there 5 minutes early. I'm there for 20 fucking minutes. People kept coming to the window. You knew I was out there.
No, I didn't.
The greatest part, there's a baseball game obviously going on.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that some great thing would happen in the game where he would have to stop to listen to see what's going on.
Of course, he's listening to the Sox.
America's pastime in the back.
Right, yeah, there's
You're a cunt. People kept coming to the window. You knew I was out there.
No, I didn't. You can't tell me what I know and not know. Why didn't you come in and be like a normal...
Why didn't you go outside at 11 o'clock?
I thought you
like you told me.
You told me 11 o'clock.
You told me 11 o'clock.
And then you could have had...
You told me 11 o'clock, fuckhead.
You could have had some decency to come in for your parents.
No, I did that last time. Fuckhead.
You don't just do it once. You could have done it again. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying you're...
I'm telling you, you're a fucking cunt. You're a fucking unappreciative fuckhead.
Since replaced my income and I'm building a $1 million business with no employees. One of the best parts is that my income is not tied.
You don't give a flying fuck.
And I get to do all this.
Calm down.
Who else loves the flying fuck curse?
Flying fuck.
I use that one a lot.
You don't give a flying...
See, this is the way...
I love the flying fuck.
This is the way Alec Baldwin could have come at his daughter. But
right.
You know what I'm saying? This is why, like, I thought he showed unbelievable respect.
That's why the Alec Baldwin thing's no big deal, because the parents do that all the time. We all heard, we pretty much all heard what we're listeing to.
Oh, my cunt.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a little older, we've all heard this. And worse.
A flying fuck.
Could you calm down? Like, really? 15 minutes. It's pretty insignificant.
And achieve balance in their lives. Together.
Why are you so mad?
It's not insignificant.
Yes, it is. 15 minutes. What the fuck?
It's insignificant to you. Sure, to you.
Yeah, it is.
You care. If I'm sitting out there for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
Fucking 15 minutes that I shouldn't be fucking waiting. You fuck.
Stop grabbing me.
You stupid fuck.
Yeah, that was 15 minutes.
11 o'clock. You don't give a shit. You know I'm always up at 11 o'clock. No problem. Call me. Wake me up. I'll go get you. Well, I don't fucking mind. But I do fucking mind when I gotta wait 15 or 20 minutes. You fucking cunt licker.
Cunt licker?
Cunt licker.
And then we keep track of all the curses.
That's a compliment.
The last time we played this, how many fuck shits? Flying fucks.
Cunt licker. You dick licker.
And then he corrected himself. He realized he fucked up. Cunt licker. No, dick licker.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Both of them are.
You're right.
I would...
You dick licker. Excuse me.
Excuse me. Sorry I gave you the wrong...
Excuse me.
The wrong thing.
You mean cunt licker.
Sorry, I was trying to say that you're gay. Love this guy.
Excuse me.
Radio 850 WEEI. Check out Steve Briscoe and Jay Gleason.
Fucking asshole. You don't even give a shit about my fucking time? Who gives a fuck?
65-yard drive at this moment.
What time?
What took you so fucking long? Why didn't you're telling me? Okay, you're telling me.
I was watching.
Okay, whoa, okay. You're telling me it was 10 past 11 when you left that house, right?
I thought it was. I wasn't paying attention at the time.
You don't even pay attention.
I made a mistake.
Okay. Don't even pay attention.
So the world revolves around you. Is that
Don't
what it
even
does?
pay attention. You told me 11 o'clock.
You told me 11 o'clock. So okay, I'll come pick you up 11. I said okay.
No, you told me.
No, I didn't.
You asked Fody what time.
I asked Laura. She told me.
I would be bouncing this kid's head off the side of the window.
Oh, no kidding.
I'd be dead. I'd be dead if I talked like that. Oh, Jesus.
You keep waiting for the sound and it never happens.
Yeah. Just that kid's head going through a window.
That's the point I made. Like, the kid knows. He can get his father to lose it and nothing's going to happen
and he's
to
like
him.
taunting him. I hate this kid.
Yeah, so do I, man.
Can I tell you the greatest thing I almost saw ever? I was in a diner one time in Wildwood, and there was a father and his retarded kid. The kid was probably 17 or 18, and I'm eating, and the kid was like, blah, blah, just being a real goose. And it was just annoying everybody. And he's like, ah, and I'm looking down eating, and I heard, ah.
Oh, my God, no.
Silence. I've never...
He cracked him one?
It was wonderful.
Oh, my God. That's like...
Not a lot.
To that kid, it was like Bill Burr talking to his father about the Letterman appearance. I mean, that was everything to that kid. I know it was a lot of blah blahs, but in that kid's head of his, it was the most important thing ever.
But he forgot right after it happened. They're like goldfish.
Right.
8 seconds later, he was fucking happy again, eating fries on the floor.
Oh, God. Back to the father-son team here in Boston.
You just said I told you.
I was kidding.
I'm taking a left here, Mike.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tell me which way to go.
Hold on, wait. Nope, never mind. Go straight.
Go straight?
Yeah, you tell you somewhere else.
He has a friend in the car.
Yeah.
I think he left off a cunt licker.
Shut the fuck up.
Left off a cunt licker, he said?
Asshole. You are a fucking asshole.
Dad, you need to calm down, buddy.
Oh, you need to fucking say, oh, Dad, I'm fucking sorry.
Oh, Dad, I'm fucking sorry.
Not like that.
Well, you said it just like that.
Not like
what
that.
do you want from me, cocksucker fuck luck?
Shut the fuck up. Don't give me shit.
Okay.
You're not in any position.
I have to take all your shit.
You better fucking believe it.
I'm not a believer. I'm not a strong believer.
Fucking whining, crying little fucking bastard.
I'm whining and crying.
See, like right there, I have to take all your shit. Right there would be like, well, you know what? Get your stuff and move out.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to take my shit. Get the fuck out of
Let
here.
me tell you something, though. They don't have an awful relationship, these two. They actually seem like they have a pretty cool relationship. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but it's like my friend Dean had a relationship with his dad. Like, I couldn't believe Dean would curse in front of his dad. He'd go, get the fuck up. It's like... this guy knows his father isn't going to belt him, and he's yelling at him. He's furious, but he's yelling at him the way I would yell at one of my dumb friends. I'm not saying it's the healthiest, but this does not seem like an abusive relationship.
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine.
They do have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
He just take a left off cunt licker.
The one kid said, that sounded like, was that his friend that said take a left off cunt licker? Because shove your
I think it was his son.
It was his
I'm
son?
not sure
That's pretty funny.
It is funny.
If you thought
a lot
you
of
were
comedy in this thing.
Yeah.
If you thought you were going to get hit, you'd never say that.
No, you wouldn't got past the first sentence in that whole tape.
You would have been there at 11.
Forget about it. Yeah, you would have been there at 11. Oof.
I'm whining and crying.
This fucking camera
cunt licker,
fucking much.
the cunt licker, cocksucker, motherfucker is a whiny bitch.
Is I'm supposed to take a left there?
That's hilarious. He's driving somebody home.
I'm gonna fucking... So you're sitting in there, the movie didn't get over late.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
You don't go looking for me.
I made a mistake.
You.
I made a mistake.
I don't believe it.
Good, then don't bitch about it. It's not gonna make shit better.
I don't fucking believe it. You knew I was out there.
No, I didn't!
Shit to go looking. The girl fucking left her parent come. She comes running right the fuck out as soon as they come.
What?
They're looking. She's looking for the person. She's looking for her fucking ride. Take a left here?
Yeah. Thank God my
She's looking for her fucking ride. I'm there before her fucking ride.
She came in and said, hey.
Did she have it? Did her fucking parent have to come in and get her?
I'm not her. I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
Fucking asshole.
I made a mistake, Dad.
Fucking dickhead. Normal fucking thing. Drive up, get out, go in.
I made a mistake.
Not with you,
I'm
not with
sorry.
my kid. No, I can't have that with my kid.
I'm sorry, Dad. I made a mistake. What do you want? I fucking apologize and everything.
If I really thought that it wouldn't happen again, if you said, like you're saying you're sorry, I made a mistake, but I know it ain't gonna make a fucking difference.
Right, that's how I am. Why don't you fucking accept me?
Should I fucking kill him now?
I hate how these things end. That's it. There was obviously
fucking kill him now.
This obviously continued. Where's part 2?
Yeah.
I hate that. It leaves you hanging. I want to know how the story ends.
Accept me the way I am.
Yeah.
Ooh. A fucking asshole.
How great is that?
That's some relationship there.
Yeah.
It's another kind of father-son relationship. What are you going to do? They seem to like each other.
They
Have
did
fun
seem
in
to
their,
like each other.
Have fun in their language.
A weird, silly moment, like I drop you off, Mike. Like it was such a normal thing for these two jackasses just to be yelling at each other, and the kid would never mouth off like fucking accept me if he thought he was gonna get his teeth knocked out. Like a really abusive father, you would never say.
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit
You
back
think the
to.
father, how do you think he treats the wife?
Hopefully the same.
Hopefully.
Probably good. There are people actually saying that audio's fake. You can tell it's not fake.
No, the acting is too good in that. It would be too good.
You know.
That guy was genuinely pissed when he first started.
And
then he kind of lightened up a little. Yeah, right. He lightened up a little and wasn't as pissed. But
Son knows
still
the father
playing
wasn't taking any further
game.
than that.
Yeah.
So
they're just bitching at each other.
My father got mad once when he heard Simon and Garfunkel, Kodachrome, I think it was. Was that the one when I look back at all the crap I learned in high school? The first line, he went like, he goes, what, that kind of language. That kind of language coming over the radio. Kind of ironic now. I really turned the screws on him. Hey, Pop, fuck. How about that coming over the radio?
He can't.
I know he's dead.
Yeah, he can't do it.
He's dead.
His ears aren't around anymore.
Yeah. I probably would have bought him a truck or something.
Bill's cringing.
Just like, Jesus. What are you going to
do? And I are in the same boat.
So, yeah.
So we kind of acknowledge.
What are you supposed to do?
What are you going to
sit there and weep for, 12 years? It's been 12 years, 94, 13 years.
It was,
enough.
Yeah, about 13.
Mm.
All right, we'll take a break. Bill Burr at Comedy Connection at the end of the month.
I think this now that we're on terrestrial, I'm doing hyping Zanies.
Zanies
in Nashville
Zanies.
this weekend. Yeah, that's my weekend, baby. Going to Old Tennessee.
Want to see how that works out for you. What's wrong with Nashville? I hear it's a cool town. I hear it's actually has kind of a rock scene down there as well.
Does it?
Everyone says it's all about country, but supposedly it has a rock scene. Yeah, Steve C. used to go down there a lot.
Guys, wonderful.
That's
it's a great transgender scene down there.
How many bands are down there?
Stepped all over you.
How many bands are down there?
Could be 10, could be 100 million.
How about name...
Let me go check.
Let me check the stats.
How about we name one rock band that came out of Nashville? We all know about the country acts.
A rock band that came out of Nashville.
Lousy.
Elvis ain't rock.
Elvis was Memphis.
He ripped off the black man.
That's right.
That was no rock.
Lousy rock band that came out of Nashville.
Rock band from Nashville.
Nashville Pussy.
Good one.
But I think...
Why did someone just write that? Is that really a band?
Yeah, that is.
Who wrote it?
But they're like...
The second you said it, it popped up on Pal Talk, and I'm like, that's odd.
No, but I think they're alternative...
I thought you were joking.
No.
They're alternative country, aren't they?
Oh, are they? Hawk, do we have a Nashville Pussy song?
Kings of Leon are from Nashville?
Yes, they are fabulous.
Just amazing. They have so many fans, either 10 or 6,200,000.
Hang on, let me check.
Let me check.
Huh?
Is it Leon or Leon? Is it called Kings of Leon? I've never heard of that.
I always said Leon.
What is it?
If it's Leon, then I love it.
McDonald's, man.
Let's all just talk at the same time, because this is good.
Can I get 2 cheeseburgers or 500?
Or 500 cheese. I'm not sure. Let me check.
That dummy had no idea how to estimate with numbers. You say it's either 10 or 15. Not either, well, I either have 3 or 409,575 minus the root.
But it is divisible by 3.
Yes.
Let me check.
Let me check.
I'd like 4 apples or the square root of 100,000. You
or
fucking...
the entire tree.
You blithering nothing.
Hey, before the break.
God, he's great.
Wait, we got to move.
Oh, he's as dumb as they come. He's not listening.
All right. Eric V. from Buffalo, what's up? Eric V. from Buffalo, what's up?
You're on the air.
And kill my radio. What's going on?
Yeah,
guys?
how about you
pretty
kill
good
it
today, guys?
Well, we were until we took a phone call from Eric V. from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Put the brakes
give
on.
Reagan a shout out when you mention where I'm calling from.
We like those guys. So you give Shred and Reagan and Buffalo a shout out, yes?
And what else?
Eric V. Yeah,
Oh, he's listening to his
radio. My phone really
Why?
sucks.
But because you're listening to the fucking radio. That's why.
Yeah,
Do you understand? You're listening to the radio?
Well, why the hell you guys on delay if you're on no swearing for satellite?
Because it has to bounce off the satellite, you dumb cunt.
Do you know even sound waves that are put in electronically has to travel. It takes a while to get through all the shit.
Good. I hope his radio turned off.
I'm still on the air.
Okay.
You go to YouTube, you click on the link for the McMahon limo blowing up. If you wait, there's actually a link for a thing where he survives, and it's a spoiler if you want to have your fans check it out. I won't say what it is because
it's probably his website he wants to plug.
won't do what it is because if you don't want to.
Yeah, we heard this before. I've heard this gag.
We try to hang in there as long as we can.
Yeah.
You're a lying queer and a dullard.
Let's go to Joe in Massachusetts. We should check to see if that is true.
Hello.
Joe. Hey, Joe.
I'm losing you guys.
What?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, my God.
Maybe the phones are fucked up because we are in another studio.
Good. I hope they are.
Joe?
He hears us.
Hello, is this thing on?
He's fucking with us.
Goodbye, Joe.
Bye-bye.
Can't hear you.
Bye.
That's the word. Is this thing... Anyone has is
this thing on? It's called a phone.
Let's try Tim in Washington. Tim?
Hey, Tim.
Good evening.
Tim?
Yes. 33 years old, still scared shitless of my father. Can barely hear you guys.
Yeah, see, there is something going on with the phone.
Power lifter beat the shit out of you.
Language.
All right, call back when we get the phones figured out. Tim V from Buffalo, we still hate you, even though you were...
Yeah, you were a douchebag, even though you couldn't hear us.
Even though you were right. All right.
Now turn up your radio and listen.
Even though you were right.
Nashville, Zanies, this weekend with Bill Burr.
7 shows are possible.
Hold on.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Whose fault was that delay?
No.
Oh, is it?
I mean,
I didn't see you say go to break.
You didn't say go to break, did you?
Right there in front of you.
What?
Oh, shit. Go ahead, correct, open, humiliate.
What do you mean right in front of me?
I'm not talking to them live.
You're not on.
Instant Messenger. So
What?
when you just end like that, I had to type
Dude,
it up.
I went with the dramatic, go to break. I actually went like this. I looked at you and went, boom, go.
Dude, did you have to type go?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just have go typed and sit there with enter waiting because you know we're going to break any second?
Why? Wouldn't have made that 1 second.
That was sloppy.
E-Rock, you took the coolness away from me. I was like, Bill Burr, Nashville.
1 second does make a difference. You got to type G-O and it's 66.6% longer to do that with G-O and then enter.
And then he has to spell check it.
I was going with the dramatic out.
Wow.
1 second, if not.
Spell check. Okay.
I don't
very
mind
good,
swinging
Jimmy.
and missing.
No.
But, geez, the pitcher was still holding it in his glove and I swung.
It was funny. Yeah, spell check.
It was a Tim Wakefield knuckleball.
It's very funny.
That's all. It dipped.
Come on. You're allowed to type in the code before you hit enter. You don't have to wait until the alarm goes off.
And the phones don't work.
I don't want to ruin it for Jimmy.
The phones don't work. If they're not working, by the time we get back, then we go home early. That's what we do. Simple as that.
Why don't they just type the code in and then hit enter when the clock ticks down? Ready?
Wow, look at this eye contact. There's an evilness in your eye.
I want to see it work. I want to see this. I want to see this work.
I like it.
This better be smooth. Say something right before you go to break so we know there's no delay. Oh.
You want to recreate that moment?
I was trying.
Ready?
Bill Burr, Nashville.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony.
I guess we're back.
Are we or are we not? Oh, there you go.
Unfortunately, whatever.
We got some nudity.
Why did XM take us off the air? We were in the middle of a bit, and they don't get we're in the middle of a bit. Now I have no problem with E-Rock. We were doing that E-Rock bit before the break, right?
Yeah.
Where he missed my cue, so we reloaded and did it again, and I purposely fucked him up.
Yeah.
And they went to break. So who went to break if you didn't tell them to go to break?
E-Rock? Anyone?
Derek is saying the whole time you were yelling at Eric, you were on the air.
Derek was yes, Steve.
Derek is saying the whole time you were yelling at Eric, you were on the air.
Right, but
Well,
then
Travis is now going to have a problem with that. His hands are up in the air like, what the fuck?
but the second time we
Travis, what happened?
yes.
I have the online feed potted up in there, and we definitely went out on the air.
Derek, you hear that?
So someone fucked up somewhere.
How about now?
Now we're on the air, right?
That's a good thing
We're
to
off
check.
at 6:50.
All right, here we go. If the phones don't work, we go home early.
Nice pussy.
Whoa. Yes. Steve says thank you.
Let's go to Chad in New Hampshire. Chad.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I heard
Hey there,
you talking
Chad.
earlier about things you call a woman's pussy. I got two of them for you. We'll bring absolute horror to their faces.
Yeah.
First one's beef drapes. Second one is a visual and a verbal. You have to call it a hatchet wound and make the Atlanta Braves tomahawk chop sign.
Hatchet won't hurt that. Yeah.
Beef curtains. I've heard
Beef
that.
curtains, not drapes. Meat drapes, he says. Drapes.
He was trying to be original. I respect the effort.
I like calling it meaty window treatments.
Yes. I like to call them, I can't think of another. Thank God.
That Steve would say.
Yes, I like to call them,
Let me check.
fleshy blinds.
Thanks, Stan. Let's go to Sean in Pennsylvania. Sean.
Hey there, Sean.
You're on the air.
Hey, you love the show?
Oh, someone loves the show. Okay. What do you got for
a rock scream for you? You ready?
rock scream? It's rock.
Ready?
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
That was good.
I couldn't hear that. Could you do that again?
Hey, Jimmy.
What is it? What?
I don't know. You said something about Jimmy.
Let's go to Chuck in Pennsylvania. Chuck.
Hey there, Chuck.
Hi, how you doing, boys?
All right.
Good.
Hey, I got a question for Jimmy from the boxcar.
Okay.
Does he remember the older woman that worked there that would beat the crap out of you with her
With her
tits?
tits? Yes, I do.
With her tits?
Like, Jimmy finished his freaking question.
Yeah.
Me and this guy have always been like that.
Wait, why wouldn't you tell that part of the story?
I forgot about it until my other half just said it. Me and this guy, well, I'll say something, he'll finish my sentence.
Yeah, sure.
Right, sir? See, he knows. Yeah, she was an old lady. She'd smash you with her tits.
Yeah.
Were they big ones? Were they like
big, heavy, awful ones? Yeah, I don't go over tit play.
No.
Why not?
No, although this one Indian girl came
Too
over.
girly?
And she had giant suckable nipples, and I paid to suck them. And she let me jack off.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do anything else. I touched her back. She put my hand away from her. But she had a big nipples.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was her specialty.
She took your hand away from her back because you didn't pay for that?
No, because she would only suck her tits. That's all you could do. It was nipple play.
Where did you find her?
Craigslist, you goose. Where else does a boy find Indian nipples to suckle? Craigslist.
I've never heard of a...
You could get furniture from Craigslist and Indian nipples.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see, like, I don't have intercourse, blah, blah, blah. I've just never heard just the sucking of the nipples, and that's it.
It's the truth. Yes, that's all she offered was nipple play. I still look for her. And escorts with big clits.
Let's go to Flint in Canada, actually. Flint
Jimmy.
in Canada. Flint in Canada. Flint in Canada.
Yes.
Hey,
Hello?
man.
Yes.
Hello?
Flint in Canada.
Yeah, how's it going? Hey, I got another name, Moose Knuckle.
Well,
That's more for,
these aren't anything new. I don't think we're going to hear any new... We're not going to get any new words for the vagina, whether they're through the pants or not through the pants.
Maybe
No
that's
one's
the way
new.
to go. Somebody come up with a new one.
Yeah, come up with a new one. We know about moose knuckle, camel toe, hatchet wound, clam, beaver, bush, snatch,
You know who
snapper,
comes up
slit.
with new ones is
What?
little Jimmy Norton. It's part of the HBO special he filmed down there in Washington. Redding from Whackbag. Opie, remember the guy who was fucking some girl that liked to be punched in the tits? Yes. One of the greatest stories of all time from our pal Chuck Barnum. She used to make her get the big O, he would punch her really hard in the boobs. and she would like to see him get bruised so she could look at the bruises the next day, and that would be an extra turn on for her when she was alone.
That would be a multiple.
Yeah, right.
Delayed multiple.
Multiple orgasm a couple days apart, yes. But it's a true story. And he would just pop her a little bit, and she would go, no, harder. And she would like to see him bruised up.
Yeah, she wanted big black and blues on her breastises.
I'll slap you. Like, I'll slap a girl, I'll hold your hair and just crack your face.
Yeah?
I actually like that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you show me the expression on your face when you do that, Jim? I would just really...
It can't be it. That's very happy. You got to put on like an attitude, right? You put on an attitude. Ta-da!
He looks like Bob's big boy.
No, it's...
obviously the girl enjoys this.
Oh, without a doubt.
And you hold her hair, and then we'll smack her in the face?
Yeah, well, I would never
How do you do that?
I would never do that because it's abusive. Only if a girl likes it.
No, even if she likes it, how do you bring yourself to actually do that?
My question is, how do you not?
I can't,
Only when it's for real, sexy, and she's into it. It's never to be abusive. It's always because some girls are perverts and like that, and it's just to me, it's so taboo, and it's so dominating. I like a good submission.
I'm incapable of doing that. I can't smack a girl in the face.
I had one girl ask me to do it, and it came up by accident, right? We were laying there in bed, and I was like joking around, like I go, yeah, shut up, bitch, like, and jokingly went like that, and then she goes, ooh, I like that. I'm like, what?
Did you marry her?
No, I'm not. I don't even know why I answered that. Yeah, so she was doing the whole, slap me in the face, but don't leave a mark, and it was like, I was just like, I can't do this because I'm gonna fucking knock you unconscious inadvertently, and then the cops are going to show up, and you're going to be half naked in my bed, and I'm going to be sitting there going, oh, she wanted me to do it. And then I get dragged out.
There are some things that just don't work right. There was me and the rest of my band, Rotgut. We were up in Kingston, I think it was, somewhere around there. And we picked up on these girls that were at the club we were playing at and brought them back to the band house because we were playing there a whole weekend, so the place had this like condo with bedroom, bunk beds, all kinds of things going on, and we just partied there all night. So we drag a couple of girls back there, me and my brother. Now the whole band is there, the road crew, everyone. There's 2 girls, me and my brother. And like we had done all the legwork and stuff, so my brother does whatever the hell he does with his girl, and I'm kind of fooling around a little bit, getting things going, and we're laying on the bed, and I'm trying to be like this whole attitude, like I don't give a shit, kind of, whatever, fuck this guy, because I didn't want this girl to think I liked her or anything.
And you were the
like
lead
that.
Singer, so...
Well, no, not at that time. I wasn't even the lead singer. I was on the fucking road crew. It was no, it wasn't even Rockgut. You're right. It was a different band. It was the one with Hugo. It was Quebec or something. Hargrave.
Ew, you were in a band called Quebec?
I didn't name it. It was spelled with a K. I have no idea.
Oh, that makes it cool.
No fucking idea why.
Cool. C for cunt.
You're right. I have no idea why. But this girl rolls over in the bed and hits me like with her elbow, and I went, you hit my fucking head. And she goes, well, fuck you, and gets up and fucked the drummer. I was like, wow, she's sensitive.
Was it Def Leppard, and she figured that he wouldn't be able to fight back as hard as you?
I was just like, you hit my fucking head, or you fucking hit my head, or something like that. And she just was like, well, fuck you. She got all pissed, all pissy. I was trying to just be like a tough guy. I should have went like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, rather than being the sensitive guy that you were?
Yeah, because I was, I'm a pretty sensitive guy, pretty nice, and I figured I'd just be
what was Quebec? Was it like a hair metal? What was like?
It was, kind of, a lot of Journey covers because the guy looked like Steve Perry, and Zeppelin because he sang, he had a good high voice. Stuff like that. But then there was other stuff that was thrown in there, like, a Joe Jackson song or something. It's just this mishmash of whatever was going on in the 80s. It was really bad.
How did you do that transition from, like, Whole Lot of Love to...
to Lovin', Touchin', Squeezin'? I don't know. It worked, though. My job was just to run the light show and blow things up.
Just stepping
That's all I did.
You were looking for a Joe Jackson song, right?
Yes, I was.
Stepping out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Opie.
Or, Let's go to Jay in Tennessee. Jay.
Hey, I was going to say, bacon strips for the pussy, and I saw Jimmy in Nashville 2 times ago, and I thought he did a great job. And during y'all's 30 days off, I bought my tickets for Bristow, Virginia. I'm going to see y'all there.
All right.
Ticket sales for the D.C. show or D.C. area shows, wow, doing very well.
Yeah, it really is. And we got Mohegan Sun coming up. We got Mohegan Sun coming up the 30th. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Did they just get nervous on the phone?
I don't know.
Maybe he couldn't hear. I don't know.
Aneurysm.
What were you saying? Doesn't matter.
30th, we have Mohegan Sun. You go to Ticketmaster, and we're going to go up the day before and broadcast from the station up there in the Mohegan Sun Casino.
The Wolf.
Yes, we'll be there Friday morning. So maybe we should do some kind of fun thing. We all run around and play cards and play like...
Oh, yeah,
Old
there's
Maid.
going to be cards being played. Old Maid?
Old
Is
Maid.
there an Old Maid table over there?
Yes.
Want to play that game?
High stakes Old Maid. You
High
never heard?
stakes Old Maid. You could bet either $10 or $650,000. I'll check.
Let me check.
Let me check.
Gonna make you laugh all day.
Love the new Steve bit.
Eric and Indy.
The Steve, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, boys,
What
I can
number it
actually
is?
pinpoint the last day my father loved me.
Oh? Yes?
Yes, it was similar to that story. I get dropped off with my buddy at the movies. We see a couple girls walking into Titanic. We decide Titanic, that's fine, we'll follow the girls in there. 30 minutes after the other movie was supposed to end, I have the balls to walk out to find my dad and ask if we can stay to finish the other movie. He tells me, if you hurry, I won't embarrass you in front of your friend. Get him the fuck out here.
Wow. What an asshole.
Well deserved. I thought it was pretty fucking ballsy to ask that.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm trying to think of how you could get a movie out of it.
Yeah, well, now these stories come in.
Which one?
Jeff in Chicago. What's up, Jeff?
Hey guys, I used to fuck this crazy bitch, man. She would she'd want me to wrap her hands around her neck and just choke the living shit out of her, and then she choked me too at the same time. And I tell you what, there's sometimes I didn't think I was going to survive it.
So then what, you throw an uppercut just to get out of the clinch
man,
of
you guys
the
are hard
smasher?
Yeah. That's some crazy stuff, man.
Choking I'm always careful with because, I'm always scared of hurting somebody's neck.
But that means you've done it, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You've done the...
Choking? Yes.
Erotic asphyxiation?
Never.
Auto-erotic asphyxia, where you sit there and choke yourself as you jack off?
No.
Now choke yourself!
Did you do that, Jim?
I've choked. No.
Did you hang yourself from the chin-up bar that you don't use?
Oh, shit. That was completely uncalled for.
But completely
I'm sorry,
accurate.
man.
I tease my nipples gently while I jerk off. No pain for me. I like
Just
to-
gently.
Yeah.
So what's up with the choking?
If a girl wants it, I'll choke.
You've done that?
Wow.
To the point where she's going...
No,
like gasping for air?
No.
Then what's the fucking... What point
I
do you
love
choke her
Jim's-
at? There's either... Choking doesn't really have a fucking volume knob
but they
on
wanna
it.
feel the,
You're either having your blood supply to your brain or your air cut off, or you're not.
But then I stop it. Like, I don't go too long because I'm not comfortable doing it.
So at one point, did they go like...
Yeah, what is the safety word?
Yeah.
No,
There's no safe word.
I squeeze
when they
kind of hard.
When they go... That means stop.
I just like Jim how he has this creepy calm tone to his voice when he discusses.
Oh, I know.
anything sexual.
Yeah. Well, I do that.
Because he's a professional. He's going to explain it to people. If
Jim
you would
does.
listen, you would get to learn something about this.
Well, there's not much you can say about that other than I never. I have a few girls want it. I don't do it too long because it does frighten me that you can really hurt. Slapping somebody is one thing. Choking somebody is a different fucking ball of wax. You can get really hurt doing that. So it's like, a little bit.
A little bit of choking.
Yeah, like where it's like squeeze your own
Could
neck.
you demonstrate on like Erotic?
Come here, Eric. I couldn't get my hand around that
Erotic
gullet. I'm afraid if I squeeze it, a fish is gonna fly out.
Why did E-Rock get up so eagerly?
E-Rock, could you...
I want to grab that fucking awful neck.
Just choke him a little bit. I want to see. It doesn't have to be sexy.
hurt you.
It's just got to be like the volume of choke that you give.
Have to be, but it will be.
And I want to see like what.
No, I can't do it. I can't choke you because I'm gonna get a rod.
He's all razor stubbly and stuff.
It's almost like,
tell me if
I'll squeeze like that or a little bit harder, but you see, that's a little bit, right? You feel
Eric, what does that feel like?
hard?
Was your blood getting cut off a little?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
it's not
that.
too hard, right? I'm not going to hurt you.
Fuck that.
But I don't like it done.
All right, kick him in the ball.
Yeah, come here, I'll show you how you eat pussy.
Done.
Just fold your neck over.
Did you see the video? It's up on. I saw it on break. See, I was scanning break. Oh, you're smelling what? You're smelling your hand after you choked him.
Good cologne. What are you wearing?
Ooh,
yeah.
Sexy.
It's called Ice Sport.
You fucking
Ice Sport wood when I see a man. That's what he's wearing. Ice Sport.
Ice Sport. What CVS did you pick this up out of?
Slap it on in the morning.
Dog shit. Oh, what's the matter with that? A fucking Brute? This is like 6 after Brute. When they're out of Old Spice and you can't get a fucking dachshund to piss on your neck. You're like, you got any Ice Sport? And they're like, yes, we always have it. No one's ever asked for it before. But it smells like, this is the cheapest shit.
Wow, is it really cheap?
He's nodding, yes. It's by Aqua Velva.
Aqua Velva. He's an Aqua Velva man.
From the makers of Icy Hot.
Why didn't you get High Karate?
This is something you dump on the floor to cover up a fucking murder. Like if you're afraid the fluids are going to smell on the rug. Ew, it's on my hand. Why couldn't you wear something else for my choking, like some polo or something that would be pleasurable?
Ooh.
Breaker 1, 2.
Yeah, good buddy.
Breaker. Alan, what's up? Yeah, Alan.
Yeah, your phones really suck. But back when I was a teenager, I had this girl that started off saying, hey, just give me a slap, give me a slap. You slap her a little bit, and next thing you know, I ended up full force punching her in the face, and she wanted it all the way through. Broken nose the one night, and just bloody every time.
See, that's not sexy or anything. That is like that's a girl that's got major mental problems that likes that needs abuse. Might not even like it. Needs to be abused for some reason. That has nothing to do with sexy.
I like how he was going like, no, that isn't healthy. But
no. But I like wailed her. Yeah.
And I was like, this is so fucked up. As I was breaking her jaw.
Just breaking her bones in her face and her eye socket.
I could never do that.
No. I don't know how you do that.
That's fucking, dude, that's violent, man.
I can't even do the slight choke or the slap thing. I'm sorry.
I could spit in a girl's mouth, any of that. One girl used to like, she'd lick, this is true, she would lick my ass, and I would choke her while she licked my ass. This is true. Not hard. I would hold her neck while she licked. It was just a dominance thing. It wasn't to hurt. It was just hold her neck. It wasn't even really a lot of pressure.
This is the way he explains that's creepy, right?
Yeah.
It's that he gets the whole look and and explains it like a serial killer confesses to all that. And then I chopped her head off.
It's that Hannibal Lecter where your blood pressure doesn't go up.
Right. His pulse doesn't go up at all. He could just.
All right, I'll do it. I would straddle her face. And I'd plop my asshole on her mouth. Now, I'd be facing down by her pussy and toes.
All right. You make a good point.
I'd reach down and grab the little gal's neck and I'd rub my asshole on her mouth and I'd say, lick, lick. And then I'd lean back and I'd say, open. And her mouth would open, and I would spit into her mouth.
Wow.
Or just on her face. She liked that, too. It was fucking hot. Seriously, that was sexy.
That's some fucked up shit right there.
I would never want to do it to a girl who didn't like it. Like, if a girl doesn't like it, that wouldn't turn me on. It's,
I like high energy Jimmy. I gotta admit.
Yeah,
I did too. It was kind of fun. And then, pal, I'd put it right in her shitter. Back to you.
Yeah. I saw this video on Break. It's this
on what? Don't say it. Just.
Oh, right. Break. Break.com. I saw this video. It was this kid, and he had a friend, or I guess he was a friend. I think he hated this kid. And they were doing this thing with the binoculars and looking at the sun, saying if you turn the binocular backwards and look at the sun through one eye, you'll sneeze. So this kid, he gets him to do it. I thought he was going to burn out his eyeball, but he didn't do that. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, you don't feel anything? And he goes, no. And he goes, well, shut one eye. So he shuts one eye. He's looking up, and then the kid kicks him square in the balls as hard as he can. Because the kid can't see. He's looking through the binoculars. He kicks him in the balls. The kid goes down, and then he punches him in the side of the face, and then takes the binoculars out of the kid's hand and throws it at his head. And the kid's down there going, oh, fuck. I don't know why he did this. It seems like they were friends, but when the kid kicked him in the nuts, it did not seem like they were friendly.
Wow.
Like he set him up for something really bad and nailed him.
Friends, you sort of...
Oh, here it is.
Punch him in... I got to see this.
Damn.
All right.
You're going to have to fast forward a little until he gets to the kick in the nuts portion. But he fucking wails him right in the balls. He's looking up at the sun, and so he can't see what the kid's doing.
Damn.
What the other kid's doing. Go forward more. Yeah. Oh, it's loading, is it?
How did you stumble onto this?
Yeah, what did you search under to get that so people at home could participate?
Best binoculars prank yet.
Oh, okay. Best binoculars prank yet.
Is that one kid older than this kid or no?
He looks like he's a little older because the kid that kicks him in the nuts looks like a real young kid. He looks like about 14 maybe. And the other kid looks about, 15, 16. I don't know. But he fucking just nails him right in the balls and then punches him in the face. He doesn't look like a tough kid.
He looks like he's wearing pajamas, too. He's totally going to field it.
He was winding up to kick him right there, and then the kid put the binoculars down for a second. And he's totally taunting him. He's going, no, really, just look at it. Do you feel it? Do you feel it yet? Right in the balls, and then bam, punches him in the face, picks up the binoculars and throws him at him.
Whoa.
He's a real little prick.
That's pretty funny.
Great.
Yeah, that's on break. It's a doozy.
All right.
I don't like bullies.
I like watching videos of kids beating the shit out of each other. There's a lot of it on there. I saw a girl one yesterday. It seemed like one girl was mad at another girl for some guy problem at a beach parking lot. And they went at each other, and then it was just a riot of girls just beating up on each other. But they never ripped off their bathing suits. Like, one girl was in this really, like a one-string around her back kind of bikini top thing. Never ripped it off. If I was one of those chicks, boom, that would have come right off. Smack her tits around a little bit.
But that's when guys fight. You want the guy to, rip the guy's clothes off?
Yes.
No.
If it's girls fighting, then that's the last thing on your mind.
Yeah, but it would have been a great thing to rip her top off, and then she would have tried to cover up her bosoms, and then the other girl could have punched her in the face a little more. Right.
All right. Mike in Detroit, what's up?
Hey, Hope, how's it going?
Oh, I'm sick today.
Hey, I got a
Thanks for asking.
name for the cooch.
Oh,
The Vent. And once in the Army, I was skull fucking this broad, and I shot it down her throat, and it came out her sinuses. I was wondering if anyone else has ever witnessed that.
How does it come out her sinuses? You mean it came out her nose?
It came right out her nose. But you guys
She's got to swallow, and she got scared.
All right. He's laughing at himself. He said skull fucked her. He said the vent. Is that it?
Yeah, he never explained it.
I've heard the flu. You know, like a chimney flue?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, jam it up our fucking flue. I've heard that one. But
women hate anytime you just refer to their cunt as something separate from them.
All right, we're doing line of the day. Bill Burr is going to be at Zanies in Nashville
this weekend.
And then...
for 7 shows.
7, wow.
If not 1. I'll have to go check.
End of the month, Comedy Connection up there in New England.
Yes.
Runner-up line of the day.
Is the board on? Uh-oh. Oh. He's taking a wrecking ball to her body is what he did. Oh, guys.
He's going to have to find a grounds crew to get that course back in.
Woo.
Hey, I got a runner-up.
Get a runner-up.
Hey.
I like that one.
Sick boy did.
Top, I'm watching the OK Cable Girl.
Yeah.
Doing her stupid song.
All right. And finally, here is your line of the day.
Here comes line of the day.
Line of the day. That dummy had no idea how to estimate with numbers. You say it's either 10 or 15. Not either. Well, I either have 3 or 409,575 minus the root. I'd like 4 apples or the square root of 100,000. Blithering nothing. Darn. Fuckers.
I'll check. Let me go check.
I wouldn't say that was line of the day, but I thank the nod. But the darn makes me very happy.
Darn is very funny. Darn.
Sorry, Steve.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Bill Burr, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Anything else you want to promote? You're good?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Yeah. Is this a real show or fake show right now?
I don't know.
I don't know. Did someone jump the gun? I don't know.
Why are they not?
I know. I gave the cue and everything that time.
You did give the cue.
I couldn't possibly.
I cued them and stuff. Make sure you go to break.com sometime today. We're featured on the front page, doing a little thing with them today.
Yes.
If not the second page, I'll have to check.
Yes, we have a few videos up. The exact number is, I think, 5 or 6 million. I'll have to check.
You can either go to break.com or thecatholicleague.org or Google. I don't know exactly what the site is. It's either www or there's an X with 2 Y's and a pound sign.
I'll check.
Just languishing in vagaries. Bite your fucking face.
Shit. Wonderful.
Someone else point, maybe it'll work better.
Point.
And Roger.
End of the show. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ignition sequence. 1, and go for end of show.
The Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading.